What's up, everybody, and welcome to Duel Academy. I'm your host, Leaky Lou. We have 32 amazing competitors here today, all vying for that spot, king or queen of the academy. Of course, if you get second place, you could be the prince or princess. Doesn't come with any of the bells and whistles, but at least you get a cool title, right? And potentially an immediate entry into Obelisk Blue for both the prince and the king or queen, prince or princess. Of course, before we start, I want to give a few thanks. Firstly, obviously, we got to thank Casual Cooper for coming up with such an amazing idea that I could take into my own format. The second person that I want to thank is my amazing card scripter. You can see some of his work. Oh, wait, let's just go right here. There we go. Some of his work right here with the amazing defense mode card. Third person I want to thank is Maxi Uchiha 22 on DeviantArt. What an amazing person. This series would absolutely not be possible without them. So many of the character models that I use in all the videos are from Maxi Uchiha, so big thanks to him. And of course, how could I forget the amazing Aviana 4475. In the last one, I did send out some brackets for people to fill out. If you wanted to make predictions or just choose who you wanted to win the tournament. I think I'm gonna do that again for this one, but if I do, you will have known by now, and if I don't, you'll have known by now. But Aviana was actually the only one who sent in a bracket, and they are also a big supporter of the channel. If you check any given video, you will probably find long conversations about lore with Aviana and myself. So big shout out to them, and thank you. And let's get into the tournament. Our first matchup here is America Uchimura versus the Kaiser. Okay, so I'm actually re-recording my commentary on this game. I do know how this game goes, but I think that my first time around, it was like the first game, I was kind of getting back into the groove of commenting. I think there's actually a lot of subtle stuff that happens during this duel. There's some misplays, or during this match. There's some misplays. There's some things that I kind of want to be able to point out. So I'm going to actually re-record the commentary on this specific duel with America versus the Kaiser. So America is going to start us off with a hand destruction. Both players send 2 cards from their hands to the graveyard, draw 2, hand destruction again, send 2, draw 2, Dark World Dealings, draw 1, send 1. And okay, let's pause for a second here. 2 things. Also, every duel is not going to have this much in depth. I promise. It's actually a much quicker pace than Duelist Kingdom. I know that was an issue in Duelist Kingdom, but I do think this is really important to break down because I think that it's important to kind of see how this duel plays out. First of all, in the last one, I was like, why would Kaiser send Metamorphosis and Metal Reflect Slime? This is a 2-card combo into Cyber End Dragon, exactly, and it is one of his best combos. Clearly, the hand destruction, he sent the Metamorphosis off the second hand destruction and then must have drawn into the Metal Reflect Slime with Dark World Dealings or hand destruction, so he didn't have Metal Reflect Slime when he sent the Metamorphosis. That's a small thing. But the other thing is that I think that America is nervous. I think he's facing off against the best duelists in the school. He's getting nervous, and he's made some misplays here. First of all, America's deck is a deck-out deck based only on making your opponent draw. There's no mill in the entire deck. You're in your worst position in this deck if you are randomly playing hand destruction, Dark World Dealing, because every time you play one of those cards you go -1 because you have to use the card. The much better strategy is to use those cards when you have a morphing jar, for example, when you have appropriate and you're able to reset your hand after you play those cards. That's usually when, or when you already have Royal Magic Library face up on the field and each spell that you activate is going to end up allowing you to plus after you play 3. You know, that's when you want to use stuff like hand destruction and Dark World Dealings, because if you look now, America has 3 cards left against the Kaiser's 6. This is kind of the worst place you want to be when you are America here. So okay, moving on to the Kaiser's turn. As we said, now it's 6-3 here. Here comes a Future Fusion. That's going to put another counter on Royal Magic Library, and then he's going to set a Light Hex Sealed Fusion and a face down card. No, now America draws into 1 Day of Peace. That's going to get the Royal Magic Library an extra counter here, and then America summons the Chainsaw Insect. So now the Kaiser is going to start Future Fusion turn 1, and he's going to reveal Cyber End Dragon, sending 3 Cyber Dragons. Premature Burial coming down to special summon a Cyber Dragon from Grave, and that's going to put a counter on Royal Magic Library. Then he's going to play Evolution Burst on the Chainsaw Insect, and this is also a weird play to me too. I don't know what that was. Anyway, he just put counters on Royal Magic. Anyway, whatever. It was a weird play. Okay, a second 1 Day of Peace here to get Royal Magic Library, another counter. Card Destruction. Okay, another major misplay from America. Sending Book of Eclipse is never, ever the move. Book of Eclipse and 1 Day. In a game where America Uchimura draws into 4 copies, 2 1 Day of Peace, 2 Book of Eclipse, he should never lose the game. I'm not saying he's going to lose. We don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I do. But he should never lose that game, because that means that you're getting yourself 4 extra turns. You have to have drawn horribly to lose a game where you drew into Book of Eclipse and 1 Day of Peace. And again, in the deck profile, if we're able to do that, you'll see more of what I'm talking about there. But, you know, the whole strategy revolves around how many of those that you can draw. And it's kind of sweaty. It's kind of sweaty. You never send that Book of Eclipse there. It's just a really bad play. Okay, so Future Fusion, turn 2, going into Cyber End Dragon. Proto Cyber Dragon coming down. The Kaiser is going all in here. But America forgets that he's got a 1 day of peace up. Okay, it's also the first game for the players. I am not hitting on the players, obviously. But America forgets that he has a 1 day of peace up. You do not need to play Book of Eclipse here, brother. You have a 1 day of peace still. No. It's fine. Okay. So Kaiser flips the Cyber Dragon and the Shining Angel. And finally, America gets that Appropriate off. That's going to allow him to maintain advantage while doing these discard strategies. And he's going to set 2 cards here. Okay, and then Poly into a Cyber Twin Dragon. And Cyber End Dragon getting in on... Oh, God, I forgot about this play. Limited removal on the Cyber End Dragon. That Morphing Jar is incredible. But unfortunately, it might... Yep, it's just a bit too late here. That Morphing Jar does not matter because Kaiser already has the game. Again, if he had saved one of those 1 day of pieces, if he had not played... Think about if he had that second Book of Eclipse this turn. If he had that second Book of Eclipse, Kaiser has 7 cards left in hand, and America has a hand of 9 cards. I can assure you. Let's just look at these cards. Dark World Dealing, side effects, present card. I mean, Kaiser. Oh, he's got 2 side effects. He's got a dark. I mean, like literally, he had the game. America had this game, and he misplayed, and that's why I wanted to redo this commentary because wow, America fumbled. He got nervous playing against the strongest duels in the school. Okay, let's look at game 2. Okay, America starting us off again in game 2. Dark World Dealing's coming down again. He's doing the okay. 1 day of peace is good here, I guess. Oh, and then look. I think that against any other duelist, sending Dark Bribe, maybe. You do not send Dark Bribe against the Kaiser. Power Bond, limit removal. Here's the other thing. When you're playing against the Kaiser as America, part of the problem, obviously, with allowing your opponent to draw is they will get everything they want. They will literally draw through their entire deck. Your strategy is to make them draw through their entire deck. Now, other duelists aren't running super strong combo decks. The Kaiser has a combo deck. He is trying to get into Cyber End Dragon or Cyber Twin Dragon. He's trying to Power Bond. He's trying to limit removal, and he's trying to take the game. Okay, he will be able to do that at some point during the game, unless you are very strategic. Sending the Dark... Now, I get it. You had other stuff in hand that you wanted. You never send the Dark Bribe against the Kaiser. It's just a misplay. And America, I get it. He would probably send this against any other duelist. That would be fine. But America is not playing smartly enough against the strongest duelist in the school, and it's making a really big difference here. I think that the player just... I think that America will... but the player just didn't really know how to play this deck, I think. And I'm wondering how... Because I've only seen the first round. I wonder how America is going to do going forward if the players learn from their mistakes here. But again, if you don't have to play 1 day of peace, you don't want to. Because you already have a set monster. You've got 2 face downs, Save the 1 day of peace. Don't just play it just first turn like that. I mean, again, against the Kaiser, maybe because he's got so many explosive plays. But tough. It's tough. Okay. Kaiser here summoning Proto Cyber Dragon, setting 3, getting in on the Morphing Jar. I wonder if he was playing around Morphing Jar by setting all this. Oh, he probably was, because main phase 1 sets are uncommon. And then Future Fusion and another set card. Now, America just going to another Dark World Dealings here. Now, okay, actually, now that I know that he had Morphing Jar first turn, it actually was okay to go through all those hand destructions and Dark World Dealings first turn, because if you have Morphing Jar, that's exactly when you want to do that. And he just tornadoes the Future Fusion, preventing Kaiser from getting into the Cyber End Dragon next turn. And Premature Burial on the Cyber Dragon. Power Bond, here it is. Into Cyber Twin Dragon, 5600, Pot of Avarice. This is a really bad, really good counter to America here. The Pot of Avarice. Book of Eclipse is good. Wait, didn't he have 1 day of peace up? I can't remember if 1 day of peace was up this turn or last turn, but either way, that Kaiser's going to take 2800 there. It doesn't really matter. Side effects and Appropriate here. That is going to... by the way, side effects is a card that your opponent can choose how many cards they draw, but for each one they choose, you gain 2,000 life points. Usually they just want to choose 1 because they want to beat you faster, and also they don't want to draw as many cards. They're going to get whatever they need anyway because you're already making them draw. So yeah, the way to counteract how many cards you're giving them is by always having a 1 day of peace or Book of Eclipse ready to counter anything they do and give yourself just 1 more turn. Okay, another Power Bond coming down into Cyber Twin Dragon. The first Cyber Twin getting in on both of his face downs, Morphing Jar. Ooh, but Kaiser doesn't quite have the game here. But he's got the limiter removal face down during the damage step, and there it is. And so I do just wanted to, I wanted to kind of go back to these because I just want to point out that I don't know if America could have taken this game. It might have ended up the same. But I do just want to point out, I think that Kaiser did incredibly well here. And I think the takeaway from the first time I did this commentary was, oh my god, the Kaiser is crazy. This is, oh my god, maybe he's too strong. I don't know. Again, I don't know how the tournament goes. Maybe he is. But I do think that we should temper how we're thinking about the Kaiser being this crazy, super strong, amazing duelist, because he's playing against the character that literally is giving him all of his combo pieces, and that character made a lot of misplays. So, unfortunately, America, you gotta get your mental right. You know, you've been studying, but you do have to, you know, you got to get ready. You're playing against the strongest duelists in the school. So sorry, this was a super long commentary. I swear the rest of the games we're going to start moving quickly. But this was such an important game because America's deck is so interesting, and he's going off against the Kaiser, who is so strong. And so I think it was important to read this commentary. So I'll see you in the next duel. I was wearing different clothes. I'm not going to show you the bracket because it's already ahead of where it should be. But the next duel will be Tanaka versus Daitokuji, and I'll see you then. Game 1, we're going to have Professor Daitokuji starting us off with a familiar possessed area. He's got the familiar possessed cards in his deck. Flying Kamakiri coming down with the Lucky Iron Axe, a big mantis holding an axe. Book of Moon is going to stop the Flying Kamakiri, and we're going to set 2 there and pass it over to his professor, his headmaster, actually. We got Win coming down. We got Area and Win getting in directly for 1850. These 1850 beaters are very strong in this tournament. This is a very low-level tournament, and so there are a few 1900 beaters, but 1850 is the second best, of course. So Elementor's coming down. Threatening Roar at the start of the battle phase is going to prevent Daitokuji from declaring any attacks there. We're going to need something from Tanaka here. Girochin Kuwageda, his strongest level 4 monster, coming in with the 1700, getting in on the Elementosaurus. We've had some time pass since Duelist Kingdom. This was a pro league duelist Insector Haga's strongest card back then. Of course, we've had 6 months past, so I'm guessing Insector Haga has a lot stronger level 4s, and the Slifer Reds are now running Girochin Kuwageda. That just shows the power creep. Okay, another Win coming down. Oh my god, look at this field. This is just so many monsters doing big beat down here. Oh, Pinch Hopper though. Wait a minute. It's the Metal Armored Bug. It's Tanaka's boss monster. Let's see it. Okay, Tanaka, you're not out of this duel yet. He has no face downs. Lucky Iron Axe on the Girochin Kuwageda. We're going to start clearing up this field now. Tanaka is climbing his way back into this duel. You've done a lot of level 4 beaters this whole game, Daitokuji, but do you have anything else? Tribute to the Doomed, of course. Discarding Elemental Mistress Doriato and destroying the Metal Armored Bug. Now, you still can't get over the Girochin Kuwageda, so that's not bad. Spellbinding Circle, this is the anime effect. 700 attack points in the middle of the damage step, and that is going to destroy Girochin Kuwageda and potentially Tanaka's last chance of staying in this duel. We have Element Dragon. He also has some element cards here. And Battle Break. Okay, so Battle Break is a fun card. When your opponent declares an attack here, they can reveal one monster to negate in their hand to negate the effect. Otherwise, destroy the attacking monster and end the battle phase. And Daitokuji does reveal. What does he reveal? He reveals Win, the Wind Medium. Ah, yes, the new kind of 5-star versions of the channelers here. So he does reveal that, and unfortunately, that is going to prevent Battle Break from going off. Pretty bad card, but Tanaka's a Slifer. Slifers do not have access to the best cards. All right, and Daitokuji getting in directly for 1850. Tanaka with one more set card. That's got to be a bluff. This game is super over. MST on the new face down, and it was Draining Shield. Oh, man, I don't know if that would have saved you anyway, to be honest. I'm not going to do the math on that. No, it definitely would not have saved you. Either way, that is going to be game 1 to Professor Daitokuji. Okay, starting us off in game 2, we got Tanaka with 2 face downs. Daitokuji's going to draw. Going to summon the Element Soldier, getting it on the face down, and it is a Pinch Hopper. Do we have the, oh my god, Element Soldier negates the effect because it's an Earth monster. That is so tragic, and all he can do is crash with Giant Flea. That's a pretty horrible move to have to make there, but wow. Okay, Familiar Possessed Win getting in directly for 1850, and now Tanaka's going to draw and set a face down monster. Okay, Daitokuji, what do we got? An Asa coming in. Win getting it on the face down. It's a Skullmark Ladybug, going to give him 1,000 life points. Pretty bad card there. But again, he's a Slifer Red student. What's he going to do? Daitokuji, with his Proctor deck, is quite good here. But it's, of course, not at full power. He's just a Proctor. He's just trying to, you know, he's trying to challenge the students. Negate attack is going to stop him from almost losing the game here. Maybe losing it again. Math is hard. I can't do math. What's the line from the Raw Yellow video? I have a doctor's note. I can't do math. Tribute to the Doomed on the face down. This is over. This is over. Hita getting in, and there it is. Daitokuji takes game 2 very easily, and Tanaka is kicked into the loser's bracket. Next up, we have Ishiki Arishi versus Jun Manjoume. Alrighty, starting us off in game 1, we have Ishiki summoning a Rogue Doll. 1600 beater, pretty strong here, pretty strong. Let's see what do you have. Gilgarth coming down from Manjoume, hitting in on the Rogue Doll, doing 200 damage, and setting 2 cards. Now, what do you have? Rapid Fire Magician with a black pendant. You love to see it. That's 2,100 attack points getting in, and he does not have a way to stop it. Chthonian Blast, though, is trap card that's going to destroy the monster with the lowest attack on the field. Rapid Fire Magician is the only monster on the field, and therefore it gets destroyed. Next up, we have Mystic Tomato getting in for 14. Love to see it. If you are Manjoume, you get a little bit of damage, and you get some field presence in case it gets destroyed. And he's going to summon the Rogue Doll and not attack here. I'm not sure what Manjoume can float into. It's been a while since I've made the decks here, but there's something that he's probably avoiding by not attacking into that Mystic Tomato. Not sure what it was. Maybe Ryouta? I don't know. Ryoua's not that good in that situation. I'm not sure. Anyway, setting 2 cards. Regenerate Mummy getting in on the Magical Undertaker. Cool. This is a level 4, or I mean, it can target a level 4 or lower monster. Oh, Magician Selection. This is one of Yugi's cards from the anime, and it's going to destroy Mystic Tomato. Illusory Gentleman getting in Magicians Unite. Okay, he's got his spell and his trap here. Both originally Yugi cards that have been turned into Ishiki cards because they're pretty bad. MST hitting the face down. It's a Wabaku. Love to chain Wabaku on the MST. That feels so good. Mephis, the Infernal General, coming down. This is Manjoume's mini boss. It is a very powerful effect. Even though its attack points are quite low, it can do quite a lot and get you advantage. So Rogue Doll getting destroyed here. Discarding the last card out of his hand. It is another Rogue Doll. Now, okay, Old Projected Magician is good here to destroy the Mephist. He's not out of this duel just yet, even though he's top decking. He's down, very down on advantage. But what can Manjoume do? Silent Doom on the Mephist and tributing it for another Mephist. Oh no. Okay, Book of Moon is great here, but only if you draw something good. What do you have, Ishiki? What do you have? Rapid Fire Magician is not good enough here because he can just flip the Mephist next turn. Oh, not attacking again. That's so interesting. I wonder what he's avoiding there. Mephis, the Infernal General, getting in on the Rapid Fire Magician. And again, no discard. It's basically just an 1800 vanilla as long as he doesn't have cards in his hand, which is not as good. So, okay, Meiku, Master of Barriers. He is putting pressure on... Oh, it's Dark Geroid that he's avoiding, maybe. That is a pretty scary card, I will admit. Yeah, okay. Although if you were avoiding Dark Geroid, you wouldn't have attacked either way. I don't really know what's going on here, but Mephis gets in on Meiku and Dark Geroid getting in for 1200. This card is actually quite strong with Mystic Tomato. Being able to just float into this at any time. It does kind of turn Mystic Tomato into something that can take down monsters that are a lot stronger than it just by floating. Oh, Chthonian Alliance. Oh, that would have been able to stop it too. And there it is. Manjoume takes game 1. Alrighty, starting us off in game 2, Ishiki's going to start with Hannibal Necromancer, summoning it in face-up defense position, probably to get that spell counter, but also because the Obelisk Blue students all have Nobleman of Crossout. It's part of their card suite, and that card is very strong. You have to play around Nobleman of Crossout. I'm wondering how the players are going to remember to do that, or if they're going to remember to do that. Like right now, Ishiki did not play around. Oh my, there it is. Nobleman of Crossout. Oh my god, yeah. So there it is. There only is one copy, but man, getting hit with a Nobleman when you could have played around it by summoning in face-up defense mode, it feels so bad. And I wonder how many times it's going to happen in the tournament, or if the players are going to be good about playing around it. Okay. Two sets there. Illusory Gentleman getting destroyed and Mystic Tomato getting in directly for 14. Man, the Nobleman of Crossout is so punishing there. So punishing. Okay, and Gilgarth getting in on Rogue Doll. Mystic Tomato getting in directly for 14. Ishiki, is this it? Are you out? Oh my god, this is so bad. Chthonian Alliance. Oh, by the way, this is the anime version of Chthonian Alliance. That's why it increases by 800, including the monster itself, so it's a lot stronger. Mystic Tomato hitting the Apprentice Magician and Magical Undertaker, what he floats into. He doesn't have any Magician of Faiths. He does have Old Vindictive, and he does, of course, have Magical Undertaker, which is a pretty good card. Now you can flip it, special summon that Apprentice Magician in face-up defense position, and no spell. Oh, he's got his boss, Cybernetic Magician, and Cybernetic Magician can use its effect. You have to discard for it. It's a horrible effect, but it is his boss monster. Mystical Space Typhoon is interesting there. Oh, Mystical Space Typhoon. 7 tools of the Bandit stops the shadow spell. Ishiki is still in this game, baby. Okay, you love to see it. You love to see it. Chthonian Alliance is an incredibly powerful card. 800 just off the top, in this early on, I mean. Oh, Mephis, the Infernal General, takes out the Apprentice Magician. You would never think that leaving that in defense mode was going to cause much of a problem. But 800 attack points just off rip to any monster you equip it to, and then if you summon more, it's even stronger. It's kind of like a mini... It's a lot worse version of it, but at United we stand that it might be used at the Academy level for Academy level duelists. So, again, very strong card there. So, Jun Manjoume is going to take out Ishiki Arishi in game 2. Next up, we have Brier versus Torimaki. Okay, this is Brier's chance to take down some Obelisk Blues. Let us see if he has what it takes. Alrighty, Brier's going to start us off in game 1. Wolf Axe Wielder coming down with the 1650 attack points. That is... pretty decent monster, I suppose. Ooh, but Torimaki does have the Luster Dragon, the Sapphire Dragon in the OCG. I like the OCG name better, Sapphire Dragon, because they're, instead of Luster Dragon number 1, Luster Dragon number 2, it's Sapphire Dragon and Emerald Dragon. I might start calling them that. Anyways, so this is one of Brier's actually, this card actually is not bad, but also it really changes how you have to play the game, because it is the only card that we have right now where, okay, sorry about that. So as we know, Brier is someone who is very interested in offbeat strategies, things that people might not think of. So the thing is, Rampaging Rhinos, when paired with Giant Rat, is not bad. You can float into this, and it's kind of like what I was saying about Dark Geroid. It does allow it to sort of shoot above its weight class when it comes to things that you can float into with Giant Rat. Normally, you know, you can't use a Giant Rat to get over a monster bigger than 1500, but in this case you actually can, but only if it is adjacent to the, or in the adjacent column wise to the monster it's attacking. And so actually when you're playing against Brier, or when you're playing as Brier, or let me stay in character here. When you're playing against Brier, or you are Brier, then you have, and the zones actually matter. Is the one card right now where zones actually matter, and it can be kind of annoying to actually have to think about that, because it adds a whole new dynamic to the game that is not common in this early level of play. So yeah, Sapphire Dragon coming down, Ruby Dragon coming down, yeah, Ruby Dragon getting in directly and setting a face down card. Rampaging Rhinos is actually not bad. Earthquake, okay. Shield Crush, yeah, the Earthquake Shield Crush combo from Brier. Brier does have a piercing strategy. That's mostly a piercing / Beast Warrior deck. Yeah, that's his deck. And Torimaki runs Vanilla Dragons. Okay, Enraged Battleox getting in on the face down. It is unfortunately the dragon dwelling in the cave, especially when powered up by Mountain. That has a 2200 butt, and that is very strong. Why am I not on Do Not Disturb? There we go. Big Bang Shot, okay, coming in on the Spear Dragon. And Big Bang Shot is a risky card to play. Spear Dragon, of course, is actually powered up by Torimaki's field spell, which is pretty good. Stampede Destruction, oh my god, that's why Big Bang Shot is pretty scary, because when it's destroyed, it banishes your own monster. Xarian Universe coming face up defense mode. Okay, he's playing around Open a cross out now. Not bad, not bad. Mass Dragon coming down in attack mode. Okay, this is bait. Are we gonna fall for it? I don't know if it's falling for it if you're just choosing to. Okay, maybe it was. Oh, it's not bait. It's just that if you summon in defense mode, you get pierced anyway, so you might as well summon it in attack mode. I understand. Okay, another dragon dwelling in the cave. You're gonna need to draw your boss monster Saber Beetle to get out of this situation. Brier, Sapphire Dragon to get in the Amber Pitfall. This is an anime card. This is going to turn Luster Dragon to defense mode and keep it there as long as Amber Pitfall is on the field. This was used by Kenzan in his first duel against Judai. Rampaging Rhinos getting in on the Sapphire Dragon, and what do we have? What do we have? Saber Beetle is finally here. There it is. Beautiful. That is his boss monster. And he's going to move Rampaging Rhinos over to the middle position. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe, I mean, oh, well, I guess he could draw like an equip spell or something. No, okay, I'm not sure why. But anyway, Saber Beetle getting on the Dragon in the cave. You have 3 face downs, Torimaki. Oh my god. Okay, this is what you don't have Karibo in your deck, brother. This doesn't matter. And there it is. Brier taking down an Obelisk Blue in game 1. We'll see. Okay, Torimaki is starting us off with Unexpected Die, one of his most powerful spell cards. Summons Ace Vanilla straight from the deck, and that is going to be Sapphire Dragon, setting 3 cards face down. Now, last tournament, we were in a Heavy Storm environment because it was the Pro League. Now that we're back at the Academy level, no one has Heavy Storm in this tournament except for one professor who is using his real deck. And he is the one Heavy Storm, so he's the one character when you're playing against them, you do have to watch out for Heavy Storm. Anyways, setting 2 cards from Brier here. Summoning the Mass Dragon. We're putting a lot of pressure if you're Torimaki here with a Dragon's Rage, especially putting a little more pressure. Rampaging Rhinos. Okay, see, and now he can use Rampaging Rhinos to get over the Sapphire Dragon, pending no face downs, which I'm gonna guess there's some face downs because Ego Boost. There it is. That's another card that is key for a lot of the Obelisk Blue students. A lot of them have Ego Boost. Big egos, you know. Superior Protector is another anime card that just basically it does a lot of stuff, but it basically just protects your monster from battle once. That's kind of the main reason that it is there. Sapphire Dragon, and then another Amber Pitfall. Okay. And that Rampaging Rhino is going to be able to get over the Sapphire Dragon. First, we're going to get on the Mass Dragons, of course. See what he's floating into a Blackland Fire Dragon. Oh man. Order to Charge. That's why he went into Blackland Fire Dragon. Okay, Order to Charge is a spell that can let him destroy a monster by attributing a normal monster. Dragon Rolling the Cave to attack mode. Okay. Oh wow, great play, Brier. Great play. That is a Brier level play right there. Very smart kid. Okay, so when Justy Break is the most powerful trap card in Torimaki's deck. Very, very powerful, but it only works if your monsters are in attack mode. Now, I suspect that Torimaki's been sitting on that for a while because he didn't want to reveal that he had Justy Break, but at this point, he just decided, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to put my Dragon Rolling the Cave in attack mode and then force him to play into the Justy Break. And, oh wait, this actually wouldn't have... Wait a minute. Hold on. Justy Break only... It saves... Brier's monsters are normal monsters. Why did you do that? I feel like it's easy to forget that Justy Break is actually not Mirror Force. It actually does have downsides, and it's so easy to just treat it as Mirror Force that you forgot. I guess both players kind of, because that Justy Break is not that scary for you, although you do kind of want to get it off the field if you know it's there. But yeah, so he just totally... Honestly, that Dust Tornado didn't even matter that much because he was going to waste that Justy Break anyway. I mean, of course, he is summoning an effect monster, but you don't want to use a Justy Break on a Mad Sword Beast. Wow, that was a horrible, horrible misplay from Torimaki. Keeping that Dragon Dueling in the cave in defense mode would have been so much better. Wow. Okay, Acts of Despair, a very, very powerful equip spell here. That is the most powerful equip spell, one of them in the tournament today, of course, along with Chthonian Alliance. Getting it on the Wolf Axe Wielder. Such powerful equip spells are, of course, only available to the Obelisk Blue students. Kaomori Dragon getting in, doing a ton of piercing damage. Oh, you forgot Dragon's Rage is on the field. Brother, he's piercing against you. You're the piercer. You need to move your monsters to attack mode there. Twister getting in on the Axe of Despair. And then, ooh, 600 damage there. Not great because you're so low, but getting rid of the Kaomori Dragon. Spirit Dragon, of course, being forced to switch to defense mode. Kaomori feels great here, getting in on that Spirit. Oh my god, 1500 damage. Okay, Brier, you have 100 life points left. Can you come back? Rampaging Rhinos, Big Bang Shot on the Mad Sword Beast. That is... Wait, why didn't you equip it to Rampaging Rhinos and get over the Dragon Dwelling in the cave? Oh, no. Oh, wow. He actually had to play Big Bang Shot on Mad Sword Beast because he has 100 life points left, and Kaomori Dragon would have killed him. And he couldn't get Rampaging Rhinos into the right column to destroy it, so he had to... Okay, you know what? Okay, I support the play now. I support the play. Mass Dragon in attack mode here. Mad Sword Beast getting on the Mass Dragon, and what do we have? We have another dragon dwelling in the cave. Those dragons have been dwelling, man. They've been dwelling. They've been sitting in defense mode for both of these games, just stopping Brier from playing. You need a Saber Beetle here. You drew the Saber Beetle. Let's go. Getting in on the dragon dwelling in the cave, and rush recklessly. Okay, okay. Now, all you need is a 1600 or more beater, and you can just win the game right now, Torimaki. Birthright, that'll do it. Does Brier have a way to stop it? Sapphire Dragon getting in on the driver advantage. Oh, Kunai with Chain and the damage step to gain 500 more attack points. And there it is. And then he scoops. Oh my god. Brier, 2 O's, the Obelisk Blue student. That's what I'm talking about, Brier. You are not going to let these blues bully you any longer. Amazing, amazing. Next up, we have Professor Kabayama versus Momoe of House Mizuhara. Okay, starting us off here, we have Momoe with Pot of Greed, drawing 2. That's not Momoe. That is not Momoe. Yep, that was Kabayama starting us off. Okay, Swords Revealing Light on the Mystic Tomato face down, and Dark Room of Nightmare. Okay, so Momoe is beginning her burn strategy, and she has her 1 copy of Swords, which is a stall card, very, very strong. Momoe's deck is very great with burn, but it doesn't have a huge amount of stall tools, so burn without stall, you know, we'll see how well it does. Of course, Swords Revealing Light is stall, and that is, her, you know, it's like her best form of stall in the deck. So very, very good. Going to allow her to build up a board presence and draw more cards. Just really great there for Momoe. And Professor Kabayama has stacked his field with a bunch of monsters. So let's see him start getting in with those monsters. Dark Room of Nightmare is actually a very, very powerful card. You can't sleep on this card. It doesn't seem that great, but it turns 1 Mecha Bunny from doing 1500 damage, because it floats twice, obviously, into 2400 damage with just this 1 card. So that's the kind of thing, Dark Room of Nightmare, it just adds up so much over time. And if you draw it turn 1 as Momoe, you're in a really good spot. So Professor Kabayama is actually smart here for Dust Tornadoing the Dark Room of Nightmare. Mecha Bunny is going to inflict 500 damage and float. And Jerry Beans Man on the Nimble Mamanga. Okay, gaining 1,000 life points and floating into 2 more Nimble Boys. What do we have? Her Beast Burn, her cute little guys, and setting another face down monster. Momoe has a full field here. This is just really tough for your Kabayama. What are you not floating into? I mean, that's very strange. You know that she's got Mecha Bunnies and Nimble Mangas, which anything can get over, and you're not afraid of losing really by battle much against Momoe. So I would just flip everything and just be attacking here, because you're using your Jerry Beansman, which is a stronger monster, which you could be using to hit some of those face downs that you don't know about. So, oh my god, Fencing Fire Ferret here is great. Not attacking into the, weird. Okay, whoa, okay, so Manager Bug destroys the Mecha Dog Maron, which does 1,000 damage only to Kabayama because it was destroyed by a card effect. Mecha Bunny inflicting on the Mystic Tomato. Also, Tomato Knight is an anime card here that just floats. That's all it does. And Fencing Fire Ferret getting it on the Cherry in Mado. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see the word tuner on this card. I don't see any. I don't see what you're talking. I don't see tuner. I don't see it. Kabayama, his deck is built around floating. He has a ton of floaters. Okay, that Fencing Fire Ferret is pretty good here. Mecha Dog Maron doing 1,000 more burn to both players this time, and now he's finally getting in on those life points. Momoe is starting to sweat a little bit here. Momoe, what are you going to do? Professor Kabayama, he fills up his graveyard with all the Tomato Knights, Cherry and Mados, Mystic Tomatoes, all these different tomatoes. Okay, Mystic Walk on the Mariner Bug is actually not a bad usage of that there, just to kind of save your life points a little bit there. Prevent Fencing Fire from Ferret from attacking into the Manager Bug. effectively gained him a lot more. Oh, Skull Lair. Okay, so then there it is. But MST stops the Skull Lair. So he fills up his graveyard. He uses Skull Lair to banish all the monsters from his graveyard, and then he summons his Curry Fiend Rue. That is his boss monster, which powers up based on how many banished monsters there are. That's how Professor Kabayama's deck is built around those combos there. Fencing Fire Ferret to attack the Tomato Knight floating into one more Tomato Knight. Fencing Fire Ferret gets in on the last Tomato Knight. Momo is actually going for burn strategies here, funny enough. I mean, for attacking strategies here, even though she's a burn deck. You know, it's not bad. Fencing Fire Ferret is a great 4-star beater, a great card. It's like probably the strongest monster in her deck. And Mato and Skull Dog Marone in face-up defense position for the Eagle Eye. No, I don't know how much of an Eagle Eye it really was. For the watchers, you guys know that this card is actually... Oh, Soul Release plus Curry Fiend Rue, banishing 5 monsters from his graveyard to get to 2,700. But by Road Sacrifice, an anime card that is going to allow her to destroy the tribute the Curry Fiend Rue to special summon Creepy Coney from her hand. Oh wow, that is really tough there for... I don't know what he was planning there. She had 2 Fencing Fire Ferrets. So that Curry Fiend Rue was going to die either way. I guess he just needed to get some kind of board presence. Yeah, that was tough. That was really tough. The By Road Sacrifice hurt a lot there. Fencing Fire Ferret on the Bacon Saver. Fencing Fire Ferret on the Missed Tomato, floating in another Bacon Saver. This card can banish itself to negate attacks like a Necrogardna. So basically, yeah, this card is actually very, very good in his deck. You know, obviously Bacon for his food deck, but also it banishes itself to help power up the Curry Fiend Rue and can help him stall a little bit more. Man-Eater Bug on the Fencing Fire Ferret feels great there in the middle of the damage step. That is when Fencing Fire Ferret, of course, no more monsters on his field, so can't use its effect. And Mato getting in on the Creepy Coney there. What do you have, Momo? Nothing. Okay, we're just going to attack Skull Lair. Finally, there it is. Banishing 4 to destroy Fencing Fire Ferret. Of course, Fencing Fire Ferret is going to destroy the Mato there and inflict 800 to burn with the Dark Woman Nightmare. Vanilla in face-up defense. Interesting. Oh, I guess because of Creepy Coney. Okay, no. Wait. Oh my god. Momo, why did you do that? Vanilla, she said, okay, you summon your normal monsters in face-up defense because you might be setting up for Creepy Coney if you end up drawing it, but he has Skull Lair and you're a 1-star monster, Momo. You should not have summoned that in face-up defense mode. You should have set that. Of course, he would still be able to destroy it, but it would have required him to attack first and take 600 damage. 650, I guess. Graceful Charity, her strongest draw spell, drawing 3, discarding 2. Giant Rat is about to crash, but Skull Lair destroys it. Skull Lair is so powerful. It is a very, very powerful card. We saw it in Duelist Kingdom. So, you know, we've seen how much this card can do. Of course, it doesn't have quite as much of the same payoff. No Dark Necrophere. No, what was that card? Doom something? That scary Doom card that the Mimic of Doom had. Okay, Sweet Corn coming in. The main phase 2, paying 500 life points to special summon a Maze token. And what do you have, Momo? Setting what looks like a Death Koala face down. Not bad. That's going to be quite a lot of... Okay, Wabaku is good here. Okay. Now, actually, I don't know. It's not that good, right? Because he wasn't going to be able to get over Creepy Coney anyway. I might have saved the Wabaku if I were you. But either way, so close to taking the game here. Anything takes it. So close to taking the game. Do you have the game, Momo? Do you have anything to do burn damage? You just need any of your burn cards. Anyone in their whole deck, and you can do it. Another Death Koala. That's going to be it. Kabayama does not have any Noblemans. That Curry Fiend Rue at 5,400 attack points, but unfortunately, emergency revisions to try to stop him from losing. Oh my god. Wow, great. So many of Momo's monsters, their effects like, Mecha Bunny, Fencing Fire Ferret, Death Koala, so many of them activate when they would get flipped when you attack. So he's suspecting that might be a burn monster, uses emergency provisions on the face down, I think on the face down Soul Release there, to actually stay in the game. Wow, what an incredible play there. Very cool, very cool. This game is not over yet. Oh, it's a giant rat. Okay, that's... could be scary. Kind of depends here on what she can float into with this thing. Float into more giant rats, but what are you gonna... Oh, Skull Lair to stop the giant rat. That's gonna be... Oh, not game yet. Okay, dude. The 6,600 Curry Fiend Rue. That is so strong. Of course, not the strongest monster we've seen today because the Kaiser did play already with that incredibly powerful Power Bond and Limiter Removal. Scapegoat to keep her in the duel. Another one of her very strong stall cards here. She's got 1 copy. Drebeans Man and World Carrot Weight Champion both get in on the Scapegoat. And Mecha Dog Marone is going to be the game. Oh my god. That's it. Momo is able to take it after a really great back and forth. What an incredible game there. Great work, Momo. Okay, Momo is starting us off with Professor Kabayama is starting us off with 2 sets. Momo's going to start with a Dark Nightmare, summon the Skull Dog Marone in face-up defense position and setting a face-down card. Mystical Space Typhoon on the Dark Room Nightmare. Again, great. That feels so good. Magical Merchant, flipping it here is interesting. I suppose you do that because you're not expecting Momoe to end up attacking into you, so you just flip it. Kind of crusty. And yeah, so yeah, you know, you could have saved that face down. She probably would have attacked it with Giant Rat either way. So yeah, kind of crusty, but that's okay. Setting another face down monster. And Giant Rat is going to defense mode, and then setting another face down from Momoe. Looks like a Nimble Mamanga down there. A third set monster. You do not want to be the one stalling here, Kabayama. Swords of Inlight's going to reveal all three of them. It's tough. This is a really tough matchup for Kabayama because part of the reason why his strategy works is because his opponent's monsters attack into his monsters and allow them to float. Actually, now that I think about it, that's kind of the reason that Momoe was able to, you know, it was so hard for Momoe last game. Curry Fiend Rue was able to get so strong because she spent so much time attacking with those fencing fire ferrets. So in this game, she's playing more defensively, probably because she hasn't drawn them, but also maybe she realized that might have been a misplay last game. Instead of attacking, just play defensively, and then his deck kind of completely turns off because his monsters need to float. So that might be, yeah. Nightmare Wheel on the Cherry and Mado to start doing 500 damage per turn. I don't know, kind of crusty there, but I suppose she's just wants to start. I mean, I feel like time is on your side, Momoe. I don't know if you needed to do that. I think you could have just waited. Carrot Weight Champion getting on the Nimble Mamanga, which can float into one more Nimble Mamanga here, of course, as it does. And Nightmare Wheel doing 500 damage here. Flipping the Desk Koala for a ton of damage, 2,400 damage. Oh man, Kabayama, you are in trouble, dude. You are in so much trouble. I think Kabayama, this game is over. This game is over. I'm calling it right now. There's no way. The Bean Soldier getting discarded from hand. Man, that card is horrible for his Proctor deck here. Mecha Bunny face down. This game is so unbelievably over, man. It's so over. I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. This game is so over. What do you have, Momoe? Nightmare Wheel doing 500 more damage. It's starting to end up being pretty... Oh my god, Dark Room Nightmare coming in too. There's no way. There's no way. There's no Heavy Storms. There's no Dark Holes in his deck. So this is just... We know how this is going to end. Mecha Bunny doing 500 more damage. Okay, Dark Room Nightmare. Floating into another Mecha Bunny. Of course, that is going to be 2,400 damage. Oh, wait, no. That's exactly... Oh, dude, this is over. He can emergency provisions, maybe, but otherwise, this game is over. The Mecha Bunny just needs to flip, and then she wins. That's all she needs is the Mecha Bunny to flip. Mystic Walk. Okay. Again, that is going to save him from losing the duel. And then World Carrot Weight Champion. This card is so strong, actually. It can just bring itself right back. Mecha Bunny now will do 800 damage, but as we saw, not enough. And, oh, that was so good, too, because that Carrot Weight... Oh, what a great play. What a great play. So, the Mystic Walk... to gain 1900 damage life points from Carrot Weight's attack, then use Carrot Weight's effect to get these Cherry and Mado off the field that has been terrorizing him with the 800 damage per turn. That is a really just like, it turns a like pretty much no-win situation into potentially Kabayama can do something here. Although unsure. It's still a very bad situation for him, but it went from being definite loss to probable loss. So, you know. All right, Momoe's going to draw. Mecha Dog Marone is enough to take the game again with the same card. That's going to be 1,000 plus the Dark Room Nightmare, 300 more. And there it is. Momoe, 2 O's, Professor Kabayama. I think we've had only 2 O's today, actually. So, next up we have Junko Joramoto versus Hozan Gokaido. Junko's going to start us off with a Mountain Field spell, setting 3 cards face down. Gokaido, what do you have for us? You have your own field spell. Sogen. Okay, great. So, that's really good. Darkblade getting on the Flying Kamakiri. Flying Kamakiri is going to float into Mahjong Munia Maidens. This card can basically flip itself face down. It's like a Pac-Man card, lets you draw and discard every turn. Wait, no, you messed up here, right? You can flip this face down, flip it back up, and then tribute it to get a draw and a discard. It's fine, whatever. Anyway, she goes into Troposphere, one of her boss monsters. This card is unaffected by traps, and because of it, it is very, very powerful. We got the Warriors versus the Winged Beast, the Sogen versus the Mountain. It's very, you know, Duelist Kingdom-y, right? Okay, Word Digrapher getting it on Garuda, the Wind Spirit, but he doesn't have any... Oh my god, he's got like a million equip spells in his deck, and none of them that is going to allow him to get over the Troposphere here. Troposphere getting it on the Digrapher. Flying Kamakiri getting it directly for 1,400 damage. Gokaido, what do you have? Setting a face down that looks like a Throwstone unit, I'm going to say. Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Okay, that is the end of the game. That is the end of the game. Oh, well, it actually literally is the end of the game. But I was going to say, even if it wasn't, losing the draw there is really tough. And there it is. Gokaido taking in... I mean, Gokaido getting destroyed. 7 turns. Wow. Okay, Gokaido starting us off with a Warrior Digrapher getting it... oh, man. Sorry. 2 face down cards. Sky Scout getting it on Digrapher. What do we have here? Setting 2 more face downs from Junko here. And Dust Tornado on the face down Dust Tornado. Okay, Dust Tornado's gonna... Oh, back to the front. Okay. Fun chain there. And there we go. Okay, Field Commander Raz. This can allow him to search for Warrior Lady of the Wasteland. Okay, Wicked Breaking Flame Burge. Bow. This card is very powerful. It does make you discard, but it negates all the effects of monsters that you destroy. So it can be very good. But of course, he just used that because he needed to get over that Sky Scout. And Warrior Lady of the Wasteland coming in. Mahjong Munia Maidens is negated because of Bao. Exactly. That is a very, very strong card. Okay. It can be so punishing, though, to activate it and have to discard and then just have it be destroyed. Okay, she's got an equip spell of her own. Malevolent Nuzzler is going to allow her to destroy that field commander Raz. And we're really seeing the obelisks, man. They have the good equip spells. Swallow's Nest is destroyed with the face down card. Okay, Guilford the Legend can its effect is allowing it to get around the downside of Bao by not having to discard. And yeah, his boss monster Guilford. This card is so cool, right? Of course, one of the coolest cards. Everyone remembers when this card dropped. Well, if you were old enough, I suppose. Warrior's Triumph was the name of the structure deck. Anyways, Kujaku, creature swap. Oh my god, she took his boss monster, Guilford the Legend, getting in on the Kujaku, and now we are in trouble. You are in big trouble. Smashing Ground, okay, but you have a monster. You don't have a monster, but man, that Smashing Ground feels so good because you were facing down your own boss, and that was tough. Okay, Winged Sage, Falcos, and Malevolent Nuzzler getting in for 2,400 damage. What do you have? Gokaido, setting a face down card. Okay. As you can see, I'm trying to do less of the tangents, trying to focus more on the duels, not even talking about their decks as much, only broad overviews, kind of just to make sure that, you kind of have a basic idea of what they do, what their big strategies are, but, we're trying to keep it focused on the games here this time, because I feel like in Duelist Kingdom I went on way too many tangents. So, in case you couldn't tell. All right, so Junko is now, oh man, she just 2-0'd him. Oh my god, Gokaido, man. Hosan Gokaido, dog. What's going on? House Gokaido is getting destroyed by Junko. Oh, and we have Momoe versus Junko next time. That's going to be fun. Next, we have Tyranno Kenzan versus Ryouta Kato. Ryouta, you're in for a tough one, man. Oh my god, Tyranno Kenzan is, of course, a 3.5-star duelist, one of our strongest duelists in the tournament today. So, let's see how it goes. Okay, so as one of the enhanced, we have Tyranno Kenzan's skill card, GX18, the Predator. So this during each of his draw phases, he gains 200 life points. Okay, a little bit of passive regeneration there. During your draw phase, if you draw a dinosaur monster for your normal draw, you can reveal it and place it on the bottom of your deck, then draw one card. Makes his deck way more consistent. That is a really, really good effect. Once returned during your main phase, you can make one dinosaur monster you control gain 200 attack until the end of the turn. So it's like just like a sort of passive effect that is like always gaining him life points, getting him a little more advantage, and letting him get a little bit stronger to get over monsters. So it is really just it actually at such a low level tournament, this is a very powerful card from the Psychic Enhanced Kenzan here. Senju, I guess I never revealed that they were the psychic term yet. I haven't actually used that term yet. That's why I just kind of dropped that, soft dropped that. Okay, well, yeah, they're psychic. That's what we're calling them. It's like from 5D, psychic duelists. Anyway, oops. Okay, Senju with Necklace of Command. Horrible card here from Ryouta, but what do you do? Okay, so 200 life points. Jurassic World coming down. Black Stego getting in on the Senju of the 1,000 Hands. Necklace of Command is going to let him draw an extra card, though, and setting 2 cards face down. Ryouta is going to summon Sonic Bird. Okay, does he have it? He's got the, whatever the ritual spell is called, Beastly Mirror Ritual, coming in the Fiend's Mirror by sending Sagi and Dragon Zombie there. Wait, oh, he didn't attack because Black Stego's effect, of course. Dark Triceratops, one of Kenzan's mini-bosses here. Depth Amulet, though, is a card that's going to allow him to discard to negate attacks. This card lasts for 3 turns. So, pretty horrible, terrible card, but decent at this low level of play, I suppose. Okay, 200 more. I was just gonna say I suspect that that Kenzan is going to be forgetting to use his final effect because it is so easy to forget to use this. It doesn't have anything to remind you to use it, so you forget to use it, and yeah, the 200 attack point gain is he still is not using it. He's completely forgetting that he has a 200 attack point gain that he can use every turn until the end of the turn. But yeah, it's fine, whatever. Giant Rats, Senju and Sonic Birds, Eternal Rival, of course, just floating, and the Depth Amulet is finally gone. What do you have? Ryouta getting in on Giant Rat, 700 damage here. Giant Rat's going to float into the Hyper Hammerhead. Oh my gosh, Kenzan is just so powerful here. Are you going to remember to use your effect this time? Are you going to remember? You are going to remember. Yay. Okay, Archaeonics. Horrible card, but it's it's cool. Kenzan getting in with all of his monsters here. And what do we have? Dragon Zombie coming in on the Archaeonics. This game is super freaking over. Super over. Ryuta's deck as a Slifer, he is not great, not great. Sabersaurus coming down. Hyper Hammerhead getting in the Dragon Zombie. Sabersaurus. Oh, this might be, oh yeah, not game yet. Okay. Okay, not bad. Soul Resurrection there, just keep him in the duel. You don't use it on Dark Triceratops because it has piercing. Yeah, you once again forgot to use the effect. Okay, let's see. Starting us off in game 2, we have Ryouta coming with the Ghoul of an Appetite, his normal monster there, and setting a face-down card. Ryouta. Kenzan is going to draw a card here. Destroyer Saurus coming down, hitting over the Ghoul with an Appetite. Energy Drain is huge here. That is a great card there. Destroyer Saurus. Destroyer Saurus got destroyed. Setting a face down from Kenzan there. Summoning Armored Zombie, getting in with 3,100 attack points. Very cool, Ryouta. What do you have to stop him, Kenzan? All right, Kenzan's going to draw, gain a little bit of life points. Fossil Dig, grabbing the Sabersaurus. Sabersaurus getting in on, well, nope, not yet. Okay, Sabersaurus getting in on Ghoul with an Appetite. All right, what do you have? What do you have for us, Ryouta? Black Pendant, that's enough to get over Sabersaurus here. Very cool. And another Black Pendant to potentially protect it from anything else. Okay. Dark Triceratops does still do it because of the skill card. Earthquake. Oh, no. Archaeonics. Oh, that feels so bad if you're Ryouta. Oh, my God. To lose such a crappy combo. Oh, man. That's tough. That's tough. Okay. Drawing a card. And the Predator gaining 200 life points. Dark Triceratops and getting 200 more attack points, doing 2,600, and it's looking real bad for Ryouta. It's looking real bad. He does not have great forms of destruction, but he does have Tribute to the Doomed. Amazing. And then Armored Zombie coming down, getting on 1,500 directly. Okay, Ryouta is not out of this duel just yet. He's facing one of the strongest duelists that we have today, so he's really doing a great job here. Okay, we got it looks like a Miracle Jurassic Egg face down. Senju's going to search for the Fiend's Mirror, and unfortunately he cannot play it, or chooses not to play it. We don't know yet. Share the Pain is... I don't know. I mean, I guess you use that because Dark Triceratops could have come down, but you could have... I don't know. It was not a bad play. It's fine. It just sucks to have to use that when you don't have that much destruction in your deck, to have to use that on a defender instead of waiting for a boss monster. It does feel bad. And then, of course, he just has another 2k defender there. Oh, he's finally going to use his recycling effect. He doesn't want Baby Ceratosaurus. And he draws Jurassic World. And, oh, with Jurassic World and his effect, his monster is now 500 stronger, so was able to get over the Armored Zombie. Paralyzing Potion. Okay, that is sort of like a... You know, some almost destruction from Ryouta. It at least turns off the monster, but it's not great. Sabersaurus getting in. Dino Stomp to stop the Paralyzing Potion. Twister to stop Jurassic World. Okay, that's going to prevent him from losing the duel. Okay. Oh, but Survival of the Fittest. There it is. Kenzan taking down Ryouta in game 2. We still have only had 2 O's, I think. Only 2 O's, right? Wow, the Academy. Come on. Okay, next up we have Kunisaki. Oh, this is going to be, hopefully, maybe we'll get some non-2-0s here. We might get a game 3 with Asuka versus Kunisaki. 2 very strong duelists. Even though Kunisaki isn't Slifer Red, he is, of course, he's a backer. You know, he's not a normal Slifer Red student. All right, Kunisaki is going to start us off with Blue Thunder T45 and 2 face-down cards. Now, Kunisaki runs a Machine Burn deck, so I'm hoping to show off some of the cool stuff that he's got here. Blue Thunder T45 coming down again, and he hits the Command Knight. Asuka, of course, runs kind of like Callie Sinclair, like female warriors, but a much stronger and also more, you know, cybery, futuristic-y in a lot of ways version, although Command Knight doesn't quite. Oh my god, Spell Canceller negates Future Fusion. That's huge. That's huge. Cyber Gymnast coming down, discarding the Blade Skater to destroy that Spell Canceller. Oh, but you've already missed it, I think. Yeah, because that was the second turn, right? You missed the Future Fusion. That's huge, actually. Okay, Blade Skater coming in, hitting over the, Security Orb. Puts it in defense mode. And Command Knight hitting the Mecha Bunny. Mecha Bunny's going to deal 500 burn damage and float into another Mecha Bunny. And you can also see here, Kunisaki has a lot of gadgets. His deck is gadgets that come with being a... private investigator, you know? Shredder, shredding documents. Double Passe, 7 tools of the band. Double Passe was going to protect Command Knight there, which probably was going to be really useful because I'm guessing she has another one in hand. So 7 tools of the band actually was really important there if she has another one. That T45 is really good. Summoning more tokens. Fusion Sword, Murasame Blade, but bad aim stops it. Oh, man. That is a fun card. Target 1 card in the field and destroy it whenever a card effect activated. Dude, Kunisaki is crushing here. 500 more damage. This is game, right? I think it is. 15, 16, 17. Dude, Kunisaki crushed her every step of the way. Future Fusion, negated. Double Passe, negated. Fusion Sword Murasame Blade, destroyed the monster before it could equip. That is crazy. Also, Fusion Sword Murasame Blade is one of the best equipped spells in the tournament. It is very, very powerful at this level of play because the big downside for equipped spell, everybody has Spell Trap Destruction in their deck. Not a huge amount, but everybody has quick play spells like, or most people have quick play spells like MST, Dust Tornado, and at the lower level, they have Twister. That being used as a battle trap against your equip spells is a huge downside to equip spells because at this level, because in the Domino High tournament things were a little bit weaker, so A, players didn't have as much spell trap destruction, and B, it wasn't as punishing to lose your equip spell like that. Here, because games are a lot faster than they were back then, but still a relatively low power level, that means equip spells are still important, but losing an equip spell as in the middle of a battle, and get that, the amount that puts you behind is just, it's just so much worse. It is really, really tough. So Fusion Sword Murasame Blade being completely insulated from that specifically, I'm thinking we're going to get to see a lot of really good stuff with this card. I'm thinking, at least in testing, it was very strong. Also, I've changed some of the aspect ratio of the camera and stuff. I feel like it looked pretty bad. So hopefully that looks better. Anyway, game 2. Is the White Lotus going to go down this early? Okay, reinforcements of the army, searching for Command Knight, setting that Command Knight. Okay, Command Knight is so strong at this level of play. It is so strong. It is absolutely one of the strongest cards in her deck. Okay, Shredder, you got to get rid of the Command Knight. You just have to. You just absolutely have to. Shredder is very powerful here as well. MST on the face down. Does she have a play? She might have something big coming up. She searches Etswell Cyber. It's polymerization for her boss monster, the Cyber Blader, with Fusion Sword Murasame Blade. She had a fusion weapon in the anime, but that card is pretty bad. So yeah, Fusion Sword Murasame Blade is a lot more consistent, and again, it cannot be destroyed, which just, it makes a difference, man. Cyber Blader getting in on the Mecha Bunny doing 500 burn damage. It's floating into another Mecha Bunny. And yeah, what do we have? Asuka. Oh no, Kunisaki, sorry. Okay, he's just gonna pass. Oof. Not good. Of course, you don't want to have 2 monsters on the field against Cyber Blader. You don't really want to have 3 either. The best, obviously, is to be able to have 4, but that's tough. Command Knight powering up that Cyber Blader. 500 damage there. Mecha Bunny can float into one last Mecha Bunny. And meanwhile, those machine assembly line counters are going up. They're going up, baby. What do we have, Kunisaki? Blue Thunder is in attack mode. You're baiting, or you made a misplay. Oh, Security Orb. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, Lightning Vortex so that you can try not to have Cyber Blader get destroyed. Cyber Prima destroys the music. Oh, wow. What a cool combo. Cyber Prima, of course, destroys all face-up spell cards on the field, but Fusion Sword Murasame Blade cannot be destroyed by card effects. Wow. I must have did that on purpose, maybe. I don't know. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to stay more in character. I didn't do this. Asuka must have did that on purpose. She's a great deck builder. So Lightning Vortex there is to hopefully stop Cyber Blader from being destroyed. Oh, you know what? Okay. The Lightning Vortex was a really interesting play here, right? It was only used on one monster against the T45. But here's the thing. Cyber Blader being moved to defense mode is a problem for her because it can be destroyed by battle if your opponent has more than one monster on the field. But if they only have one, it can't be destroyed by battle. So T45, that meant that because he had 1 month, oh wow, I'm like thinking about this play as I look into it more and more and see why Asuka did that. It was a really good play actually. So if he had 1 monster on the field, all he needed to do was summon another one. Oops, didn't mean to look at his hand there. And that would be enough to get over this Cyber Blader because he just needed 1 more monster on the field. Moreover, Machine Assembly Line meant that he could guarantee that he would get a second monster on the field because he could special summon from the graveyard. So she uses Lightning Vortex to destroy the Blue Thunder to make sure that he can't have a monster, to make sure that he has to summon 2 monsters next turn, and uses Cyber Prima to destroy Machine Assembly Line to ensure that he can't special summon from the graveyard. That means that all the ways that he was going to be able to get 2 monsters on the field, now he cannot get 2 monsters on the field because he would have to have some other way to both summon normal summon a monster and special summon a monster next turn. So really, really like thoughtful play from Asuka there. Very fun. Okay. Setting a face down. See, I'm still doing tangents-ish, but more about the duel. Only to pause to talk about the duel specifically, most of the time. Drawing, okay, what does this card do again? Okay, wait, hold on. Whoa, what's going on here? Okay, I see. Widespread Ruin is going to destroy the Cyber Blader, and then Drone Asteroid before Widespread Ruin goes off to get 2 tokens instead of 1. Very cool. This is, of course, an anime card. I forgot what it did entirely. Okay, there we go. Great play there. Great play from Kunisaki. I'm surprised Widespread Ruin still worked, though, because the attack was negated. I don't know. Okay, so this is a card that his deck is very reliant on. So let's pause and just explain what it does here. Division. This card, you contribute it to special summon machine tokens twice the amount of divisions that you attributed. So it basically divides into 2 tokens. And each time one of those tokens is destroyed, your opponent takes 500 damage. Now, this is combined with something like Cyber Summon Blaster, which is also in his deck. And these division burns, they add up, especially because Machine Assembly Line can bring this back with only 1 monster being destroyed. All it needs is 2 counters to bring Division back, and Division can just start, like, it really, really adds up, especially with Cyber Summon Blaster. In fact, you often want to wait until you get a Cyber Summon Blaster to start getting your divisions off because it just makes it so much more useful. You get 300 for the Sokens being summoned, and then you get 500 for each token, and again, it just really does add up. So, okay. Asuka, what are you going to do? Just destroy that. Okay, destroying the drone token, of course. And summoning the drone corporal. This card attacks directly, and when it does, its attack is halved. And then once per turn, let's see. Oh, you can negate being targeted. I got it. Okay, Cyber Prima destroys the drone corporal. What do we have? Kunisaki, another face down card. Okay, Asuka does not have much more that she can do here. Just setting a face down. She's a little bricked, it seems, maybe. Or maybe saving up for a Cyber Blader play. Maybe that's what she's doing. That could be what she is doing. DD Warrior Lady getting it on the Division token, 500 damage, and attacking the face down. It's a UFO Turtle floating into Division. See, again, if there was Cyber Summon Blaster, you can get 300 more damage off that, and it just, man, it's UFO Turtle into Division. It's great. Okay, so Division's going to summon 2 more tokens, and you can see now how these tokens are adding up. Oh, and there it is. The Cyber Summon Blaster is finally here. Oh, but she is her second DD Warrior Lady. She has 3 copies of DD Warrior Lady, which is an incredibly powerful card. Asuka is very, very strong. But Kunisaki, you know, crushed her in game 1. So we can see, oh no, he's got no monsters. Was that a spell commander maybe? Or a spell canceller, whoops. Okay, premature burial. Okay, magic deflector to negate it. Okay, that is huge. That is huge because that would have just taken the game. Actually, this still might take the game. This is Ethel Cyber Anime, which is the very early, just like the very first. I honestly don't even remember when it did this effect. I don't even know if it did this in the first time that she ever used it. This is not how it worked for most of the anime, for sure. But it gains 600 attack permanently with this version, and it just makes Ethel Trenemre a little bit stronger. So there you go. And that is going to be the game for Asuka. Now we finally have a game 3 in our hands, and folks, you know I love a game 3, so let's get into that game 3. All right, Kunisaki starting us off with Hackworm. Special summon. You can special summon this if your opponent controls no monsters. And then setting 3. Future Fusion coming down. Command Knight getting in on the Hackworm and setting a face down card. Blue Thunder T45 coming down, hitting over the Command Knight. Can she? Oh, man. That is really punishing. That's 14 plus 15 from the token. This might be it for Asuka. What do you... Oh, no, but she's got a Future Fusion, though, so she's feeling good as long as she can get this thing out. Okay, one more turn, and she gets... Okay, Blade Skater with Fusion Sword, Murakami Blade. Amazing. Get rid of that Blue Thunder. Security Orb. Oh, my God, he's going to get another token. Okay, yeah, you actually have to Premature Burial here because you could honestly just lose next turn. Actually, you would have lost next turn if you didn't Premature Burial. So, yeah, because he gets another token, and then all 3 of these monsters would have attacked directly, which would have been game, but Command Knight prevents that from happening. Okay, now she gets... Oh, Magic Deflector! Okay. Unfortunately, it doesn't stop Premature Burial. Oh, my God, but she wrote us into Command Knight, and now she has the Command Knight lock. There it is. 2K, and can't be attacked, either of them. Okay, you can't do anything about the Command Knight lock. He's just going to set 2 cards. What do we have? A Cyber Tutu with 1,800 attack points because of the Command Knight lock. Oh my God, you got Angel. Oh, wow. What a chain. So, Widespread Ruin to be able to get rid of one of the Command Knights and get him out of this Command Knight lock that is so oppressive. She has Angel Blast, one of cards we've seen from Anzu, but it is originally an Asuka anime card. So, it's hers. Angel Blast to negate the Widespread Ruin, but he has bad aim to get around the Angel Blast and destroy that Command Knight anyway. Great play there from Kunisaki. Okay. Command Knight getting in on the option token. And man, this is a nail biter. Drone Corporal is good here, getting into the Cyber Tutu. And finally, if she doesn't summon any more monsters, we can finally get into that Command Knight. Warrior Lady from the Wasteland getting in on the face down. Mecha Bunny, 500 damage. Oh man. You're getting pretty low here, Asuka. You're getting pretty low. Attacking into the... Oh my God, it was another Mecha Bunny. She's trying to not like have him float, and she cannot not do it. Anyway. Okay. Blue Thunder T45 is so good here. This card is so powerful. It doesn't seem like it is, but it just really does make a big difference. Blue Thunder T45 getting in on the Warrior Lady floating into Warrior Lady. And what do you have, Asuka? You need another Command Knight. Draw the third, just draw the third Command Knight. Oh my God, Lightning Vortex. This is one of the strongest cards in the tournament. Very few characters do have this. Of course, Asuka is one of them, and that is huge. That is completely turned into... Wow. Oh, wow, that is crazy. That's maybe the game just because of that alone. Wow. Getting it. Oh, and she goes into Cyber Gymnast here. That's amazing. Really good card. And, oh, she draws the third Command Knight. This is over. Oh, my. That Lightning Vortex was enough by itself. That was enough by itself in terms of... If she didn't draw Lightning Vortex, she would have lost. But there it is. Asuka takes game 3 in a really great back and forth. Kunisaki moving to the losers bracket. Next up, we have Professor Lioside versus his own student, Kagurazaka. Okay, so let's talk about GX86, the Legend. Once per duel, if your opponent controls a monster, discard 2 cards with a different card type, monster, spell, trap, then add 1 card from your deck to your hand of the third type. This is basically just, it kind of smells a little bit like the Heart of the Cards skill that Yami Yugi has. And so that's the reason why we went for this one for the legend. So let's see how the game goes. Professor Lioside, I'm guessing he wants his student to beat him here, right? He doesn't actually want to win this game, but he's not going to go easy. So, of course, the legend, he has exactly, let's actually just for a sec, he has exactly Yugi Muto's deck from Season 0 with one change. If you remember, in the Duelist Kingdom, Yugi gave Scapegoat to Jinochi, and Scapegoat was a card that was actually in his deck. He gave Time Wizard as well, but he didn't have Time Wizard in his deck. Scapegoat was in his deck, so that he took that out of his deck before his deck was stolen by a mysterious person. And so I think instead of that, he's got like another Destroyer Golem. It's like another, it's like something random. But either way, let's see. Pitch Dark Werewolf with Stimpak, getting in on the Rogue Doll. Professor Lioside runs a Beast Warrior like Hunter kind of deck. Yeah, we'll see. Pitch Black Werewolf coming down again, getting in the Apprentice Magician, and then floating another Apprentice Magician. We can see if Yugi Muto Season 0, how it stacks up in Season 1 at a relatively similar power level, which is basically like the student level, which is where he was when he was playing this deck, although he was the best. In the best student, would he still be the best student if he was at Duel Academy with that exact same deck? We will see. With one slight change. Okay, Dark Red Enchanter, the boss monster coming down, is huge Sonic Bird, summoning in defense mode, getting the Synthesis spell, which he can use to summon his boss monster, the Lycanthrope. Destroyer Golem coming out and hitting on the Sonic Bird, and Dark Red Enchanter getting in on the Pitch Black Werewolf. Pitch Dark? Pitch Black. Electro Gunner, yeah, okay, no, sorry, he's got Beast Warrior and Machine. It's a Beast Warrior Machine deck, and there's a reason why it's both of those types. Hopefully we will see that. Electro Gunner getting in on the Destroyer Golem, and Dark Red Enchanter and Stern Mystic getting in. What does Electro Gunner do again? Oh, that's pretty damn good. And you get someone level 8. I don't think he has any level 8 power monsters in his deck. You can only use it if a spell card is activated. You can make all fire monsters again. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a pretty good card. That's a pretty damn good card, actually. Carrier Sentinel, okay, and he can use it to search for, oh my god, this searches Lycanthrope. That's really cool, actually. Okay, cool. Beast Borg Wolf Camper, that's why Beast and Machine, because he does have these Beast Borgs. I think these were used by someone in Arc V, but anyway. Your opponent takes battle damage, inflict 300 damage to your opponent. If this card destroyed a battle and all of its fusion monsters were, and all of its fusion materials are in the graveyard, you can special summon all of them. So pretty cool, low-level fusion monsters here, the Beast Board cards. So getting in on the Stern Mystic here, that's 300 extra damage because of its effect, but it still can't get over that Dark Red Enchanter. So what is he going to do? He must be doing something here. No, he does not. I guess, yeah, if you're going to get them back anyway, you might as well. Also, he used Panther Warrior for this fusion. Oh, Carrier Sentinel searches again. That's a great combo. And he searches for the Cybernetic Cyclopean. Panther Warrior coming down, and yeah, neither of them. This Dark Red Enchanter, it is just as oppressive, it looks like, as it was back in the day. This card is pretty scary to have to go against. It looks like a Witch of the Black Forest face down there, and we will see. Yeah, Yugi, because Yugi was playing back then, he only had one 1700 attack point monster. Of course, that makes Kagurazaka's level 4 or lower monsters much, much weaker than most of the opponents. Even the Slifer Reds, you know, they have, you know, even Tanaka has 3 copies of Garochin Kuwageda, for example. So, that does put Kagurazaka in a much weaker position because his level 4 beaters just aren't nearly as strong. But he's got a lot of, oh my god. Okay, there's the flip side though, is that Yugi had insanely powerful cards like Pot and Graceful. Almost nobody has Pot and Graceful. I think maybe Professors, some of them maybe, but I mean, Graceful is, only the very strongest duelists have Graceful. Almost nobody in the tournament has Pot. I think Kagurazaka might be the only one with Pot, actually. So, you know, there's trade-offs, right? So he summons Muka Muka, Monster Reborn on the Pitch Black Werewolf. And, oh my god, that Dark Red, oh my god, he's getting draws, he's getting, okay, you should have used that earlier, right? Maybe not. Oh, look at that, the 4,500 attack point Dark Red Enchanter. Yeah, I mean, you took, what, 400 less life points? Oh, it actually mattered! Wait, okay, I was gonna say, okay, the MST destroying the Horn of the Unicorn. It destroyed the Horn of the Unicorn, but then Dark Red Enchanter still gained 300 attack points because it was a spell card, so it only saved him 400 damage, but that 400 actually ended up letting him stay in the game. Now, is he gonna use Dark Red Enchanter main phase 2 to get rid of his whole hand? That's what I would do. No, he didn't! Oh my god, Kagurazaka, what a fumble. Never mind. Didn't matter. Okay, game 1 going to Kagurazaka. Destroyed the Professor there. Alright, Lioside starting us off here with his Carrier Sentinel. Remember, Lioside is also running a Proctor deck, like most of the other Professors. Polymerization coming down into Beastborg Wolf Camper on the first turn, sending Pitch Black Werewolf, and Pump Action Commando. Very cool card here. Dark Hole by Body as a Shield. Love to see it. Again, Dark Hole, a card that I don't think anybody else in the tournament has. Maybe, no, I don't, maybe, I don't know. maybe like 1 or 2 other people, but very few. So yeah, Apprentice Magicians floating into Apprentice Magician, Electro Gunner attacking into another. Yeah, we know this vibe. Come on, the Apprentice Magicians, they float. It's what they do. Okay, what do you have here, Kagurazaka? Show me something good. Blackland Fire Dragon. See, that's what Yugi was working with back in Season 0. So yeah, not very good compared to what we're facing today. Electro Gunner getting another Apprentice Magician floating into Magician of Faith to get the Dark Hole back. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Wow, what do you do? Is this thing of it only works if it's destroyed by battle? Okay, so that's, yeah, doesn't float. And he summons Sangan off the top. Beautiful. That's a great top deck after the Dark Hole, to be honest. Yeah, because you know, lets you kind of get you're kind of top decking here. I mean, you have face downs. Oh wait, what does this card do? Oh, the targeted card cannot be activated. Wow, ever. Okay, this thing can turn off one spell or trap, and it stays as long as this card remains face up on the field. It's pretty good. Destroy Golem and Lucky Iron Axe. Oh man, getting in on the Sergeant Electro. Alrighty, what do you have? Cybernetic Cyclopean and 2 face downs. Okay, no cards in your hands again. Oh, but Blast with Chain. Wow, that's tough. That's tough. Cybernetic Cyclopean actually is deceptively kind of strong. I thought this card was really bad, but Lioside's pretty good with it. Okay, Dark Red Enchanter coming down, the boss monster getting in for 23. Lioside is in trouble here. Is this going to be a 2-0 from his student? It looks like it is. It looks like it might be. And Wall of Disruption, the strongest trap in the tournament. I'm just going to call it now. Very few duelists have this, but 7 Tools of the Bandits tops it. This card is incredible. It is a mini mirror force, basically. For Duel Links players, they know about Wall of Disruption. Okay, so that was an easy, I wouldn't say easy, but that was a really cool 2-0 there from, I wouldn't say really cool either. It was a decent 2-0 from Kagurazaka. Next up we have, Misawa versus Motatani. These two got a bone to pick with each other. They got beef. So we'll see how this goes. Misawa starting us off with Akashic Record. Very powerful draw spell there from Misawa. And then he sets 4. Okay, Motatani, what do you have? Nobleman, you didn't play around Nobleman, Misawa. Oh my God, they're not playing around Nobleman. And that is going to, you're going to be punished if you're not playing on Nobleman when it comes to these Obelisk Blue Boys. And Giant Soldier of Stone. He hits into the Giant Soldier. Very cool. And setting a face down. I just accidentally saw it, but we knew what that was anyway. An Earth Hex Steel Fusion. Cranium Fish coming down. Misawa's mini boss's card is actually really powerful. It is really powerful. It's searchable with Ocean's Keeper. You can special summon it with Ocean's Keeper. And, oh, Torrential Tribute. Very cool. So just to keep up with what was happening there. Gorgonic Golem. This card is very strong. It's one of Motatani's best cards. When it's destroyed by battle, the attack of the monster that destroyed it becomes 0. Then he was going to attack into the monster, turn Cranium Fish to 0, and then attack directly. And so Misawa just went ahead and torrentialed, even though that meant getting rid of his own Cranium Fish. Good play there. Got a lot of advantage off that torrential tribute because he lost a lot of cards. Mother Grizzly getting in for 14. I guess he really only lost 1 more card if you count torrential tribute advantage-wise. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Big Piece Golem coming down, hitting into the Mother Grizzly. Mother Grizzly floating into Ocean's Keeper. Cool, cool, cool. And MST on the face down. Do you have a big play? Book of Moon, cool. Fossil Dig, Hydrogeddon. Yeah. Oh yeah, that is really strong. That is a combo that Misawa was built into his deck. Book of Moon and Hydrogeddon to make sure that that Hydrogeddon can get over monsters and get its effect off. And also Book of Moon Water, Book of Moon Book, Misawa, Intellectual Kai, you know, works on a lot of levels. Misawa's a cool deck builder here. He's got the Oxygeddon, Hydrogeddon, but he doesn't have, oh, he just has game anyway. I was gonna say, he doesn't have the Bonding H2O, but he doesn't need the Bonding H2O because he is taking the game with exact damage. Wow, great combo there. Creature swapping, and then he did the math. He's the guy that does the math. Great play there from Misawa. All right, Motatani, you're going to need a lot more sauce in Game 2. Activating Wasteland to start us off, and I don't think Misawa has an opposing field spell that might challenge it. So, Giant Soldier of Stone and a face-down card. Hydrogeddon is once again bumping into Giant Soldier of Stone, the exact same play as the first game, and setting a face-down. Medium Piece Golem. Oh, I guess I said Wall of Disruption is the best trap in the tournament. Torrential Tribute from Misawa is definitely up there. That might be actually the best one. Ego Boost on Big Piece Golem is huge there. Huge, absolutely huge. And there it is. Cranium Fish is destroyed, and that is really tough. Oh, Dust Tornado on the Sakuretsu Armor. Okay. He must have something to play that Dust Tornado like that. Oxygeddon. Okay, Oxygeddon will get over the Medium Piece Golem. And what do we have? Smashing Ground is pretty good here. Oh, that allows you to set the Giant Rat without having to worry about Hydrogeddon's effect. Not bad, not bad. Okay, Oxygeddon destroying the Giant Rat. And Goggle Golem. We've seen this in Duelist Kingdom. Oh, back to square one. Oh, great play there. as we know from Duelist Kingdom, Goggle Golem is a perfect giant rat target from Professor Yoshimori, who was doing this. You can just normal summon it after it's on the field to basically power it up. It's one of the, it's like Rampaging Rhinos and like Dark Geroid that we were talking about earlier. It lets you, lets the floaters play a little bit above their weight class. And so back to square one in main phase 2 makes it to where he cannot normal summon it again. Very good play from Misawa there. Also taking away Mototani's draw. This Giant Soldier of Stone has been on the field the entire game. Yeah, just can't get over it, I guess. Ocean's Keeper coming out, and man, that's tough to honestly have to summon. Oh, the Cranium Fish. This is bad. This is really bad for Mototani. This is really bad for Mototani. Uh-oh, he bricked. He has no cards. He just played nothing. He just passed. With no cards on field, he just passed. 2K, drop Gores. Just kidding. There's no Gores. Cranium Fish, getting in directly. Only 1,100 life points left. Mototani, you are out of this game. Miracle Rupture, fantastic card here. Sending Small Piece Golem, drawing a card. Gravity Axe Grarl. This is not enough, brother. This is not enough. You need a face down. Okay, with a face down, maybe. Maybe. It's possible. Oxygeddon. He couldn't. Okay. Okay, maybe. He didn't have a water monster to discard. He drew Oxygeddon. Otherwise, he could have destroyed that Spiritual Earth art. Giant Rat floating into another Giant Rat. He is still in this game. He is still in this game. Okay. Mototani, what do you have? Big Piece Golem is not enough unless you have a... okay, yep. He scoops. Okay, Misawa has crushed Mototani. Mototani did not put his money where his mouth was. Oh, that's going to be a fun intellectual game there. Okay, next up, Miss Tome versus Hayato. Aw, that's nice. That's nice. Basically a bye for Hayato. This is, I forgot about this matchup, but Miss Tome is not playing to win. She does not, I think she would honestly find it pretty messed up when these duels matter so much to the kids for her to join the tournament just to beat one of the kids and like actually have a real like material impact on their ability to succeed in life. Like these tournaments matter a lot. So Miss Tome does not want to win, and she will not win any of these games. I can assure you that. I mean, I don't know. She might take a single game sometimes, but her deck it's fun. It is not very good. Miss Tome is not playing to win. She's playing to put on a fun magic trick and do a lot of cards that do magic trick effects. So it is actually certainly a buy for Hayato, which is because it's moving forward even one round makes a difference in how you're stacked in the tournament. So it's a really actually great for him that he got Miss Tome first round. Alrighty, Hayato is starting us off with 4 set cards. Okay. Miss Tome is going to set an Apprentice Magician face down. And Hayato is going to set one more card here. Wow. This is riveting gameplay. This is what happens when you put Cypher Red against someone who's not trying to win. Normal manga into Apprentice Magician. Although it should be noted that because Miss Tome isn't trying to win, we don't know. I mean, she might actually be strong when she is trying to win. We don't know. A white magical hat with one-shot wand, very magical, tricky here, and threatening roar on the start of the battle phase to prevent that white magical hat from discarding. Polly coming down into Master of Oz, his boss monster, the 4400 Master of Oz. That is amazing. Getting in for a ton of damage on the white magical hat. One-shot wand is going to give her a draw there. Apprentice Magician is going to float into Copycat. She doesn't even have Old Vindictive because Old Vindictive is mean and she wants to have a fun deck of magic tricks. So she would never run Old Vindictive. Copycat on Master of Oz is pretty good, unfortunately. Oh, with Wonder Wand, it can do it. Dude, this is a magic trick. Super Rush Headlong is going to, that is going to stop the Copycat though. Magical Mallet is so fun, and Magician's Restage to bring Copycat back. Without another equip spell though. It's not, oh, Defute, wait, no. I mean, I guess maybe you just take the game here. I wouldn't have done that. Because, well, okay, you know what? Okay, I see, here's what I see. Because of this, Copycat's going to be at 0-0. You might just be able to win the game if she doesn't have any face-down cards. That's one reason. But the other reason that I think maybe this makes sense is because you're precluding the possibility that she does have another equip spell. Because if she did have another equip spell, you just lose Master of Oz no matter what. You just lose it. So instead of betting on her not having an equip spell, you just play the Defusion now, and you just make sure that she doesn't even get that effect no matter what. So whether she has an equip spell or not, you still are up pretty big here. Oh, Mystic Box! Beast Soul Swap to stop the Mystic Box! Oh my god, that's so cool. That is a great combo. Oh my god, I love that. I love that. Okay, Big Koala getting it on Copycat. Death Kangaroo getting it on the Spell Recycler. This card is so bad. And, yeah, okay. Oh, an Impenetrable Attack was what. Okay, and there we go. Hayato beats Miss Tome in game 1. All right, Miss Tome is starting us off here, and I think that, you know, going against Miss Tome means that he's gonna... I think anybody that goes against Miss Tome is gonna get some some unofficial therapy sessions in this duel, or after the duel, because Miss Tomoe, you know, she just makes you feel good. She gives you the life advice that you need. Okay, Kato Bulpus, this card's effect cannot actually activate. She doesn't have any monsters with question mark attack, but it's her strongest level 4 beater. And let's see, Magical Star Illusion. So her monster gained 4, his monster gained 3, and she needed that because they were tied. Pretty cool. Okay, it's a cool combo. That's a cool combo. Okay. And setting a face down card. I don't know what you mean. This artwork, it doesn't portray anything. I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't portray cards that don't exist yet. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, White Magical Hat. Uh-oh, she can start doing some discarding. No, Nibble Malanga. Great. That is really lucky for Hayato that was his face down monster there. Okay. And Poison Fangs. Kato Bulpus is one example of how the fact that Tomoe-san isn't playing to win really does show itself a lot, because a lot of her cards don't actually synergize together. She has a lot of cards that don't work very well because she doesn't actually deck build around them. Her boss monster, Disenchanter, it works with spell counters. She has basically no way to use Disenchanter's effect. So again, it's truly just for fun. Okay, Hayato setting a face down monster. And what do we have? Pixie Knight. Another magical hat there. Giant rat floating into giant rat here. This Catobulpas. It's just every time. You know, you think, okay, I know how to say this, and you start saying it, and then it's hard to say every time. You know, say it once, give it like 2 minutes, and then say it again. It'll still be hard. Giant rat floating into giant rat. He cannot get over this thing. 1800 beater. I think she only has 1 copy in her deck as well. And it's okay. Finally, the block attack. Yeah, that's what the Slifer's really live with, is block attack. Not great. Apprentice Magician floating into Apprentice Magician and setting a face down from Hayato here and drawing a card. Giant rat hitting in the Apprentice Magician floating into Apprentice Magician. Death Kangaroo attacking again, floating into the Magical Undertaker. Magical Undertaker is going to use its effect to special summon Kato Bulpas. It's back. There it is, Disenchanter. Yeah, she might have like 1 or 2. I don't know. I don't know if she can get this thing off, but I think she basically can't. So yeah, okay, Kangaroo Champ is okay, I guess. Fire Sorcerer coming down. Threatening Roar, all right. What do you have, Hayato? You're gonna need something here, man. She's kind of doing okay against you, actually. She's got her 2 strongest monsters here, I'll tell you that. And she even has the Fire Sorcerer to bait Kangaroo Champ's effect. Getting in for 38 here. Hayato, come on. You're gonna lose it. You're gonna drop a game to Tomoe. Oh my gosh. Twister on the Forest. Okay. Oh, that's the player on Desk Koala. Wow. Oh, and he was actually Desk Koala. I guess. Wow. That was a great play. That was a great play. Yeah. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Okay, and there it is. Hayato loses a game to Tomoe. Oh my god. Hayato, if you lose this match, that's gonna be real bad for you, brother. Okay, Hayato. Oh, what? Wait. Hayato just passed. Hayato definitely just passed. I know that we didn't get to see the first turn there. Hayato just fully passed and not play a single card. I'm guessing, here's my prediction. He's got a Master of Oz play in hand, and he's just going to do it turn 3 instead of turn 1. That's what I think. Mathematician coming down. That is going to send a card from her deck to the graveyard. Spell Recycler. Oh, man, such a great combo there. No, he actually did not. Oh, wow, Mathematician's going to give her a draw here, and he's going to set a face-down card. Okay, she's got Apprentice Magician. That's why I'm getting into the Apprentice Magician. Apprentice Magician floating into Sambel the Summoner. Yeah, so great. Such a great card. Sambel Summoner. It can use its effect. Okay, what do we special summon? Pixie Knight and Disenchanter. Okay, you know what? Okay. Threatening Roar. Okay. Hayato, you can... Hayato. Brother. Okay, Lucky Iron Axe to get over the Disenchanter. Double Lucky Iron Axe. I don't know if you needed both here. But hell yeah. Oh, I guess because she has like Wonder Wand and stuff like that. Yeah, I get it. It makes sense. Fire Sorcerer in attack mode. Mystic Box. Dude. This deck is so fun to watch. Miss Tomoe's put on a great show. The whole crowd. The crowd's loving it. Okay, Death Kangaroo getting in on the Pixie Knight. Spell Recycler. Sure, whatever. Whatever. And then Pixie Knight. What was the... Okay, wait. So Spell Recycler puts 1 spell from your graveyard on the bottom of your deck. Oh, you know, okay, so Tomoe-san did not want to draw Mystic Box. For some reason, Mystic Box she can't use Mystic Box right now. She doesn't want to use Mystic Box, because if she did, she would not have used that effect. but she used that effect to get Mystic Box out of her graveyard so that Pixie Knight didn't put Mystic Box back on top of her deck. And in the process, she actually sent Card Rotator, this card, and in doing so, that's the one that got put back on the top of the deck, so maybe she'll be able to use that, although it wasn't really a choice, so we will see. I think she was hoping to not mill a spell card so that she could just draw something else, but then she drew Card Rotator, which wasn't doing it. Magical Arm Shield, the kangaroo fights. Dude, that's actually, wait. I love the idea of Magical Arm Shield and these two kangaroos boxing. That's so fun. That's so fun. Okay, Tomei is honestly breaking my day. What do we... Sandwich! Okay, wow, okay, cool. Defusion on the sandwich, that's so rude. Oh my god, I forgot that she has this combo. Summoner of Illusions to summon... Oh, Master of Oz! Okay, that defusion was key because he needed to protect Days Kangaroo from Master of Oz. Holy crap, wow. Hayato getting out Master of Oz in both games that he well, hopefully wins. I'm assuming he's gonna win this. There's no way that she takes this, right? That looks like Marshmallow stats, but I can promise you she does not have Marshmallow. Okay, Miracle Flipper. Oh my god. This card is so bad. Okay. Setting a... That's cattle... I'm just going to call her Cat Lady, maybe. I don't know what I'll call her. Dest Koala getting in for a 1200 burn, and that's going to be the game. There it is. Boom. Okay, yeah. So both of the games that he won, he did get to play Master of Oz. Very good. Very good there. Okay, Hayato is taking the game from Tomei. Next up, we have Professor Ayokawa versus Taira Takayama. We have another of the genetic experiments. Okay, so for our next Psychic Enhance, we have GX07, the Savage. Activate the skill during your main phase. Once per duel, you can banish 3 cards from your graveyard, then draw 1 card. Not a super powerful effect there, but of course a reference to Tyra's obsession with drawing cards for hours at a time. All right, setting 2 cards face down. Tyra, what do you have here? Tyra's deck is super powerful. It is so powerful. Pot of Greed. Oh yeah, he does have Pot of Greed because he has a draw deck. His deck is all about drawing, and this guy can draw. And then he has a great payoff for those draws that we will hopefully see. Held him over for combat, letting him draw and put a card back into his deck, and setting 2 cards. And as soon as he gets 3 cards engraved, he can go ahead and use the Savage's effect. Oh, wow. Muscle Medic. She just has to use it to allow him to gain life points off of that. But, oh, wow. Oh, my God. This is... Oh, there it is. His boss monster, the Enraged Muka. Summonable off of a simple giant rat. With the amount of draws that he has, this 1 card... This 2-card combo really is why his deck is so strong. It is, and all the draws, his deck is so consistent. He is always drawing, and then all he needs is 1 giant rat to get out Enraged Muka. Now, he is playing against Professor Ayukawa. Cure Burn. It is not a full power Cure Burn strategy because she's a Proctor deck, but Cure Burn is a kind of strategy that can take, if she draws the right cards, you can just lose the game. So it doesn't mean that, this is going to be a tough matchup for him. It's kind of like America. All right. Muscle Medic is destroyed here. I actually don't know how Muscle Medic and Dark Lord Refecule work together, now that I think about it. I'm actually not sure. Jar Turtle in attack mode. Jar of Greed getting him 2 draws because of the Jar Turtle. He could have... Oh, because you knew those were Nimble Mamangas. Okay, honestly, great play. Nimble Mamanga is gaining more life points here. Okay. Muscle Medic is here because of, well, I'm not going to do too much deck talking here. I'm going to theme talking and stuff. Because, I did it too much during Duelist Kingdom, and I feel, oh my god, 3,044. Oh my god. And then Shard of Greed in main phase 2. Holy crap. After the 2nd Jar of Greed, he drew 4 with that Jar Turtle Jar of Greed combo. This game is over. Good Goblin Housekeeping again. Draw more. Oh my god. Wabaku. She does have the Wabaku. Dark Lord Refecule, Upstart Goblin. Okay, she's starting. Soul Taker. Okay, she's not out yet. Gift card, 3,000. That's still not enough though. Reign of Mercy. Oh, she's been waiting for this, dude. She's been sitting. Oh, and then Nightmare Steel Cage. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. She's been waiting for that Refecule, and as soon as she got it, she just. Oh, and then Final Destiny. One of his most powerful cards. Of course, we saw that in Duelist Kingdom with Rebecca. Discard 5 and destroy the whole field. And then Giant Rat getting in directly. He had to do that because Refecule is just so strong and he's afraid of it. Nightmare Steel Cage giving her 2 extra turns could have been enough to win the game. So he just had to go ahead and do that. Enraged Muka getting in for 2,400. What do you have? Refecule, Malevolent Nuzzler. Oh, she's going to go battle with Refecule. 2 Malevolent Nuzzlers getting in on Enraged Muka. Okay. All right. And Fissure getting rid of the Refugule. Giant Rat getting in for half of her life points. 1,400 left. This game is pretty fun. It's pretty back and forth here. It's heading a monster. And what do you have? Tyra, Giant Rat. Is this an... Oh, no, not game. Not game because of the Giant Germs. Okay, Giant Germs getting in. And 500 more damage. What do you have? All right, switching Giant Germ to defense mode and setting a face-down monster. Jar Turtle to get over the Giant Germ. This could be the game. What do you have? Oh, this weird Cooling Embers card. Yeah, Cooling Embers. It's the new counterpart to the other Burning Algae, Burning something. Okay, now he's gonna switch everything to defense mode. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. If she gets a Refugule, she could probably take the game here. Helping Robo for combat. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. And there it is. Tyra takes game 1 from Professor Ayukawa. All right, Professor Ayukawa starting us off in game 2. Graceful Charity, drawing 3, discarding 2 since Rain of Mercy and Witch of the Black Forest. She must have Refugule already to send that Witch. Or maybe a Mystic Tomato. She can get the Refugule off of that as well. Anyway, Shard of Greed coming down in the main phase, and then setting 2 from Ayukawa back to Tyra. Tyra's going to summon Enraged Muka Muka. The boss is here. Nimble Mamanga floating into 2 more. Nimble Mamanga is gaining 1,000 life points, of course. And what do you have, Ayukawa? Nothing. Passing the turn. Okay. Shard of Greed is finally going to go off. He hasn't gotten any of his long draw chains here. Not yet. Giant Germ floating into 2 more Giant Germs. Okay, okay. And Enraged Muka Muka getting in on the Giant Germ. And setting 2 cards face down. Okay. Nightmare Steel Cage is... Oh, Refugule. Okay, she can start going off here. Upstart Goblin. Okay, he has the MST for the Nightmare Steel Cage. Such a good... Oh, that was great. Really great there. Good Goblin Housekeeping. Drawing. Upstart Goblin. Drawing. Okay, and then the GX... Oh, wait. Did Upstart Goblin just do... Oh, it only works for the opponent. It's not like bad reaction to Simicky. It's just Dark Refugule. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I thought Upstart Goblin... I thought he Upstart Goblin... He Cure Burned against her, but no, she actually did gain the life points. Help her over combat, getting in on Giant Germ. 500 more damage here, and he's recycling through the hand. And Rage Muka hitting over the Nimble Mamanga that we knew was face down there, and setting 2 cards face down. Swords of Revealing Light. That is super powerful from Professor Ayukawa here. Good Goblin Housekeeping, drawing 2, sending 1 back to the deck. Jar of Greed, Pot of Greed. Oh my gosh, so powerful, but he's not able to get over the Swords of Revealing Light, so she has a little bit more time, and she's passing again. She probably has a lot of Cure Burn cards in her hand, but she doesn't have the Refugule to go with it. I don't believe she runs Simicky in this version of the deck. She only runs Refugule, so that is one of the downsides. But again, she's just a proctor, not really trying to win the tournament, just trying to test out the students. Convulsion of Nature, here it is. He's got the combo. He's got the combo. This is his ace card. Now, Enraged Muka Muka is his boss monster, but Convulsion of Nature. Shouts out Jesse Cotton on Duel Night for showing me this strategy. I mean, showing Ayukawa. No, Ayukawa thought this up by herself. Sorry. In character. Convulsion of Nature and Archfiend's Oath. Archfiend's Oath is a card that lets you declare a card name, and if you declare the right card on top of your deck, you can add it to your hand. Combined with Convulsion of Nature, this lets you add a card from the top of your deck to your hand. Basically, it lets you draw every turn at the cost of 500 life points. Extremely powerful combo. This card is insane. It's one of the reasons why his deck is so powerful. And another Good Goblin Housekeeping. He draws 3 off of the Good Goblin Housekeeping. Oh my god. And he gets Convulsion Nature to them. Oh, dude. Oh my god. You gotta win this turn. You gotta win. Okay. Oh, but she did have Refugule on top of the deck, right? So now we can see what she's been holding. Uh-oh. Now, oh wait, it could be double gift card. 1 gift card. It's not double gift card. Oh man. Oh man. Fissure on the Refugule and Helping Robo coming down. Muka Muka getting in on the Nimble Manga. And that is... No, that's not... I'm thinking life points are switched. No. She's got a ton of life points here to keep her in the game. All she needs is a Refugule and a gift card. Oh wait, Injection Fairy Lily. Can't take the game. Not quite enough. Oh wait, it can take the game here. Does he have a way to stop this? Oh, Professor Ayukawa takes game 2 with the Injection Fairy Lily. Okay, we got a game 3 in our hands, folks. You know I love a game 3. You know I love a game 3. Yes, I do. Okay, Tyra is starting us off with Helping Robo for combat, setting 2 cards face down, and Professor Ayukawa is going to set 2 of her own and pass it back. helping over combat, coming down, getting in on the face down monster. Giant Germ floating into 2 more Giant Germs, of course, or maybe 1 more if she's got 1 in hand. Nope, she's got both in the deck there. Helping Robo is going to allow him to start shuffling through that deck. Helping Robo and Convulsion of Nature kind of don't go great together because you're usually putting the worst cards on the bottom of your deck with this. But then if you end up using Convulsion of Nature after Helping Robo for combat and you haven't shuffled your deck, you end up accidentally like stacking the next multiple draws with all the cards that you didn't want. So yeah, that actually does matter. I'm sure that we will probably see that in the tournament if Tyra was able to last long enough for that to matter. Jar of Greed, the double Jar of Greed with the Jar Turtle. He just draws 4. Good Goblin Housekeeping. Pot of Greed. Upstart Goblin. Oh my god. Archfiend's Oath. There it is. Convulsion of Nature. But now he's just stacked his deck. Okay, this is what I meant. He stacked his deck with all the cards that he doesn't want with Helping Robo. I don't think he's shuffled since then. And then if Convulsion of Nature gets destroyed, then you do it again because now you're putting cards back on the, the bottom top of your deck. So yeah, kind of could end up being pretty bad there. But anyway, okay, she draws gift card, but she doesn't have Reficule. MST to destroy the gift card, but you didn't need to do that. There was no Reficule. You could have waited for that. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, Good Goblin Housekeeping, drawing 3. Oh my god, Archfiend's Oath, another one. Oh my, look at this. Look at this. Look at this madness. This guy is a madman. He's an absolute madman. Is that a Nimble Manga face down? Oh, no. Nimble Manga hadn't floated yet. Okay. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Look at this. Wow. Enraged Muka. Oh, my God. Okay, but, it still is anybody's game here. All this takes is a Dark Lord Reficule and two gift cards at any point win the game. So Professor Ayukawa is still in it here, of course. Upstart Goblin getting another draw. Her life points are huge right now. Archfiends. Oh my god. This deck is crazy, man. Taira Takayama is here to play. Witch of the Black Forest searching for Dark Lord Reficule. And yeah, wow. MST on the face down, destroying the gift card and getting in for huge damage here. Oh my god. Wow, that was what 26 plus 20. That was 66 plus 27, whatever that was. Soul Taker destroys the Enraged Mukamuka. You hate having to use that one out without Dark Lord Reficule, but you got to do what you got to do. Smashing Ground. This could be the game right here, folks. This is the game. There it is. Ayukawa goes ahead and scoops in game 3. Taira Takayama takes it from Professor Ayukawa. Next up, we have Professor Kronos using. Oh my God, poor Beauregard. Okay, Professor Kronos is real deck. He's a 3-star duelist when he's using his real deck, which is, not that much better than the other Proctor decks. But he is pretty strong. He has a lot of staples that others don't have. He has Heavy Storm, he has Confiscation. He's got some really good stuff. So, Beauregard, can you defeat Professor Kronos? Oh, this is not nice, man. This is not nice. Okay, we'll see. Okay, we got Professor Kronos versus Beauregard. Let's do it. Here we go. Also, you've noticed I've changed the size of the pictures. I was losing so much quality because they were so small. Although I don't know, you still lose a bit of quality. Anyway, Ancient Gearbox, weapon change coming out. And he's got Big Shield Garden face down, which is actually very good for him. Okay, and Iron Draw comes down. That is the machine draw card. Very good in Professor Kronos' deck here. But yeah, Big Shield Garden and weapon change. And now Big Shield Garden is flipped because he attacked it, which means he has the combo. This is his best way to use Big Shield Garden is when he has weapon change. When he has weapon change, his whole deck works. When he doesn't have it, it's a lot worse. But yeah, this means that it's basically permanently a 2600 guy. Oh, Fisher is tough there. And then Ancient Gear Engineer's effect is going to destroy weapon change. That's so sad. That's so sad. Maybe he's got another one, but yeah, when you don't have weapon change, you're in trouble. When you are Beauregard here. Smashing Ground on the Ancient Gear Engineer and then setting what looks like a Throwstone unit face down. Trojan Horse getting in on the Throwstone unit. And all right, let's see. Beauregard, what do you have? Setting another face down monster. It's another Throwstone unit is what that is, baby. Ancient Gear Golem coming down, but the Adhesion Trap Hole. Okay, Beauregard is standing up. That's right. This is what I'm talking about, Beauregard. Hell yeah, brother. No, don't let him bully you. Very sad that he's getting bullied here. Ancient Gear Soldier attacking into the Mid-Shield Gardna. Okay. And then Ancient Golem, of course, going to switch to defense mode. Can't do anything to stop it. So you're going to go ahead and switch. Okay, everybody's just moving to defense here. We're stalling a little bit here. Rhoda coming down, getting the Stronghold Guardian. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, it's just like, okay, he's the one character that like literally is he's the one character that's like trying to stop being bullied, and he's chasing on the professor that's just a big bully, like the worst bully because he's literally a professor. It feels really bad. But if Beauregard wins, if Beauregard beats Professor Kronos, that would be so huge. Come on, let's see it. Setting a face down card. Okay, come on. Professor Kronos is setting another face down card. They're just both waiting. I don't think this waiting game is great for Beauregard, because another Ancient Gear Golem is probably really tough to get over. Ancient Gear Fist. Okay, Dust Tornado is going to stop the Ancient Gear Fist. Actually, that's pretty good. That's pretty good against Beauregard's deck. You really do need to get that off the field if you're Beauregard, because the thing is, Ancient Gear Fist, the downside, of course, is that if you're attacking attack mode monsters, then your monster will get destroyed. You'll get one proc of this effect, and then your monster will get destroyed, and it won't really have been worth it. But against a defense mode deck like Beauregard's, you can just consistently attack all of his monsters and then just start destroying them one by one. So yeah, you really do need to get that off the field. Anyway. Ancient Golem, oh, Stronghold Guardian, double Stronghold Guardian for 4,100 damage in one attack. Beauregard is this close to taking game one. Oh my god, he's got another Dust Tornado against the weapon change. What do you do if you're Beauregard? That's so sad. That is so sad. Oh, you need that weapon change to do so much with this deck. Not having it is tough. Okay, Kronos is going to switch everything to defense mode, and it's a tough situation for Beauregard, especially with Throwstone Unit, because of its effect. Its effect is based on its own attack points. Oh, the third weapon change. Let's go. Is that the third one? That's a third one. Wow. Great. That's so lucky for Beauregard that he drew all three after the first two got destroyed. Throwstone Unit's effect is really... Here you go. You'll see it now. Now that its attack points are 2,000, he can tribute the Midshield Gardna to destroy the Giant Rat because his attack points are 2,000, and as long as their attack is lower than its current attack, you can do that. So very good play here from Beauregard. He is going off, but he really can't get over that big butt of Ancient Gear Golem. 3,000 defense points. It's just so good. Tributing another Midshield Gardna for that Ancient Gear box, and dude, the second that Kronos draws another Ancient Gear Golem, it's really scary, actually. That is really scary. Okay, Ancient Gear Tank, yeah. Okay, back to the front, bringing Big Shield Gardna back. Okay. Weapon change, switching Big Shield Gardna to attack mode here. Very good, very good. Zero gravity, no! That was your one chance because Ancient Gear Golem was in attack mode. And now you're... Oh, wait, whoa, wait. Don't, wait. Wait a minute. Hold on. What the... Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm not gonna not endorse this play. I'm not gonna endorse it, but I know what he's got. It's not a crazy play. It's a really so sweaty to have to do this. So, Throwstone Unit tributes his little wing guard to destroy his own Big Shield Gardna so that he can proc Michizure and destroy Ancient Gear Golem. Now, the reason why that's not... Obviously, you just went minus 100. You went minus... It was a 3-for-1 there, okay? But that could be... Because Ancient Gear Golem, you can't use Michizure in the middle of the damage step when Ancient Gear Golem attacks. So he might have been sitting on this for a long time, actually, and just couldn't do anything about this Ancient Gear Golem. So he... I guess he felt he needed to proc it himself. The thing is, that would be all fine. A 3-for-1 when you really have to, maybe would be fine. Here's the problem. Ancient Gear Castle. That's the problem. Is that anytime he draws another Ancient Gear Golem, all of a sudden you just did that 3-for-1, and for what? And for what, Beauregard? And for what? Has he used any yet? Wait, he used Ancient Gear Drill earlier. What did he set? I'm gonna peep the face down. What did he set? Oh, okay. That's fine. 600 damage. No more Ancient Golems in grave yet. So he hasn't... As soon as he draws that, it's so scary, dude. It's so scary. Weapon change on the Throwstone Unit. Okay, Total Defense Shogun. Okay, this could be it, then. This could be it, baby. This could be it. He drew Call the Haunted. Ancient Gear Knight comes back with 2,100 attack points, just able to get over Throwstone Unit. This is so... Oh, God. No, not like this. Great game, Beauregard. Great game. You fought a great game. That was an incredible match. Game. Wow, Beauregard. So close, buddy. So close. Okay, Beauregard starting us off in game 2 with Sogen and 3 face-down cards. Professor Chrono starting with Ancient Gear Castle, summoning Trojan Horse, and getting in on the Throwstone Unit. Robin Goblin in the middle of the damage step. That is the card that Brier and Beauregard both use. Brier uses the Piercing to take advantage of Robin Goblin, and Beauregard uses the high defense points of his face-down monsters to take advantage of Robin Goblin. Oh my god, he's discarded 2 cards out of the hand and has twisted away the Ancient Gear Castle, so we can't even get out. Okay, wait a minute. This is okay, Fisher is tough there. This is an incredible start for Beauregard. Can he set the last card? He can't set the last card in his hand. If you can have something with higher 1,300 attack points here. Yes, it's Giant Rat. Let's go. Kronos has nothing. He has lost his entire hand to 3 Robin Goblin procs. Dude. Beauregard. Okay. What is that set? If it's an Ancient Gear box, it's kind of bad. It's an Ancient Gear box. Okay. It's really tough for Beauregard to get over an Ancient Gear box. Like, what does he even have? I guess he's like Shield Crush, maybe Smashing Gun or Fisher or one of those. Magnum Shield! This is Beauregard's best spell card. This card is insane. It is a little, I would honestly say it's too powerful for the Academy level at this point, given that Axe of Despair and Fusions or Murasame Blade are basically the best equipped spells that most players have. But Beauregard has one copy of Magnum Shield because it does really fit him with his Warrior Defense deck, and I'm doing the thing that I'm not supposed to be doing right now. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not getting tangents. We're not doing tangents. We're not doing out of character tangents. The point is, Beauregard put Magnum Shield in his... I'm getting used to this. Beauregard put Magnum Shield in his deck, and it's very powerful. It's his one-off Magnum Shield. That's the point. Dust Tornado on the Magnum Shield, dude? Really? That's so... And then he draws the Giant Rat to get over the Big Shield Gardna. Dude, no, not like this, man. Not like this. Beauregard just can't get over this. Oh, man. Rob, okay, well, you totally fumbled there. You should have set that monster. Why did you not set that monster? Weapon change? Okay. The weapon change is huge. We are in this game. You should not have attacked that Giant Rat. Do not attack again. Wait, what are you? Oh, no. Actually, no. This is fine. As long as he can get rid of the last monster Beauregard summons, which he probably can because it'll have low attack points, this is probably fine. I was going to say, if you let him end on like a Big Shield Gardner, that'd be crazy. Oh, he didn't even summon the Big Shield Gardner. His life points are too low. That's pretty smart. Okay, this is enough to get rid of Trojan Horse. Can't get over the Ancient Gear box. We gotta pray that Kronos does not top deck Ancient Gear Golem. We're praying no Ancient Gear Golem off the top here. Ancient Gear Knight is pretty scary, but not enough. Okay, a little Wing Guard is pretty good here. Okay. We only have 2 weapon change procs left before he has no more life points to even use it, and that is really scary. Mid-Shield Gardner getting in on the Ancient Gear Knight. Oh no. If it's me, I'm not using weapon change. I think I'm going to defense mode and then just waiting. Yeah, you only get 1. Yeah, good play. You only get 1 weapon change left, so it's good. It's good work, Beauregard. You want to save it until you can at least get over his monster. There's no way Beauregard takes this. I guess like 2 or 3 stronghold guardians. Oh, finally you get the shield crush. A little late for that, to be honest. 2 or 3 stronghold guardians at the exact right time all together could still take the game, could do like a ton of damage all at once, but that's probably the only way he takes this. His life points, once they get this low and he can't use weapon change anymore, he doesn't have a ton that he can still do. Crashing Michizure is good here. Okay, and then throw so on unit. Oh, its effect works. This thing has low defense. Okay, Beauregard. Smashing Ground is so. Oh no, Premature Burial on the Ancient Gear Knight. That's game. Oh, Beauregard. He put up a great fight though, right? He put up a really great fight against Professor Kronos. The big bully that he is. Okay, next up we have Seiko versus Judai. Oh man, that is A, a really fun match. And B, I feel bad for Seiko because Judai is pretty strong as expected. So I think Seiko would honestly, I don't know if Seiko would be taking Professor Kronos next round anyway. So we'll see. Seiko's got a lot of fun stuff. We'll see how she does. Okay, let's get into it, folks. Seiko is going to start us off with 3 face-down cards. Judai, activating Skyscraper and summoning Elemental Hero Burstinatrix. Skyscraper, this is the anime version of Skyscraper. It is incredibly powerful, so much so that you have to save your spell trap removal for Skyscraper if you're playing against Judai. And luckily for Seiko, she had Dust Tornado. Skyscraper anime works when any Elemental Hero monster battles any monster with higher attack. You do not have to be the one declaring the attack, and that makes a huge difference. Functionally, puts all of his attack points 1,000 higher than they are. That is really strong there. Burstinatrix, hitting Nimble Manga, it is gaining 1,000 life points and floating into 2 more Nimbles. Fusion Gate in main phase 2, summoning Flame Wingman. Okay, that's I guess no, I get it because if Burstinatrix died, you would have had nothing to. Oh, the Dog King spell card, one of Seiko's best spell cards. Oh wow, Skyscraper and then Dog King. This card is really good. 500 attack for every beast monster it's destroyed, and Tribal Dog is not in her deck, so it's just the first effect. A really powerful equip spell from Seiko. That is 1,000 extra attack points there on the Sonic Bird, and then getting in with the Nimble Momongas directly. Okay. Judai is in a really bad spot here, losing Skyscraper and then going way off, but Stratos. Judai has 3 copies of Elemental Hero Stratos, and that is really what sets his deck apart by itself. That's really it. It's just basic early heroes and Stratos. The 3 Stratos are so good. So yeah, I hope that if I do deck profiles or something, I would love to talk more about the deck building philosophy and stuff behind that, but we're not doing that now. We're staying. It's Judai. Okay, Necroid Shaman getting in. And Stratos destroying the Nimble Mamanga. Judai has no staples in his deck. His deck is all elemental hero monsters and or other cards that Judai used in the anime. So he has some staples, but not anyway, hopefully we'll see more of that. Dark Catapulter getting in by Sonic Duck here. And sorry, I'm getting a little... It's hard to do this commentary for a long time. I get flustered. I kind of lose my words and stuff. I'm also so sweaty, man. It's sweaty. My hair's a little nappy, man. I look like shit, man. Okay, Fusion Gate again. Oh my god. For Wild Wingman is huge there. Oh, this is tough. United Front is a decent trap card for early on. Not that good. It ends up being dead quite a lot. Oh man, Seiko, this is not good. You are getting crushed here. Dinotherium. Hell yeah. But I don't, yeah, destroys the new face down. It was Set Uppercut. That card's pretty good. Wait, whoa, what does this card do again? Super Team Buddy Force Unite. So this just basically summons another beast monster. Very cool. Summons Mumbo Manga to try to keep her in the game. Pretty smart here. That is going to prevent her from... I don't know if she would have lost either way. No, I think she would have lost, actually. Maybe. Math is hard. No, I think she would have lived. But either way, setting a face-down monster, and Judai is just keeping up the pressure. Judai does only have one copy of all of his fusion monsters. These are his fusion monsters here, plus the 2 on the field. And Nibble Nega Hamster is pretty good, but not good enough here. Wait, did she not float? Was she out of floats? Rescue Cat, pre-errata Rescue Cat, getting into Handy Gallop. Hold on. Handy Gallop. Dude, this is one of her best cards. Gains attack equal to the difference between your life points and your opponent's. If your life points are higher, you take any battle damage they would take. But because they are lower, this thing is at 4,000 attack points. Destroys the Wild Wingman that was so... Oh, but then Rescue Cat. That was just a last-ditch effort play. Very cool play, but unfortunately not enough. All right, Seiko starting us off with Burden of the Mighty. That is an incredibly powerful card. It's one of her best cards. And it is just so good. Skyscraper coming down. Burden of the Mighty, you lose 400, you gain 1,000 from Skyscraper, but you don't gain against Simple Omega Hamster because it is exactly 1,100, which means you do not gain there. Okay, Poly main phase 2 for Wild Edge. What were you playing around there? That is very interesting play there, Judai, instead of main phase 1. I don't know. Twister on the Wild Heart is great. Oh my god, she got the outs to Skyscraper both times. Rescue Cat. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. Seiko getting in with the little boys, but Bubble Man from the deck with Hero Signal, and Bubble Man anime is so strong. If it is special summon while if summon while you control no other cards, you draw 2 cards. Incredibly powerful. Incredibly powerful. Elemental Bubble Man is one of the best cards in his deck. It is just so good. So good. Miracle Fusion for the Wild Wingman. Stratos' effect to destroy Dog King, and just like that, he is taking control back of the duel. She does still have the Mog Mole on the field there, but yeah, real tough for Seiko there. That was such a good play from Seiko, and unfortunately it was just not enough. Sonic Duck is able to get over the Bubble Man, but he still has complete control of the field here. And Stratos again, let me guess, search for Stratos. Yeah, you are such a jerk. You're such a jerk. 3 Stratos, that is just so good. Wild Wingman getting in directly. And what do we have? Seiko, can you come back from this? She's got a lot of cool turnaround comeback cards. She's got a lot of strong stuff. But ooh, Penguin Soldier is amazing. Hell yeah. Okay. On Stratos, that's kind of sweaty though. I mean, you had to, or you would have literally lost the game. But yeah, and then Future Fusion coming down. Handy Gallop at 4,500. Let's go. This card is so good. Holy crap. Future Fusion is going to target Necroid Shaman, putting Necroshade in grave. Does he have a Blade Edge in hand? No. Is he going to search a Blade Edge? No, he's searching Clayman. Uh-oh, that means Poly's coming out. Oh, Fusion Gate. Uh-oh, this might be the game right here, folks. Thunder Giant destroying the Handy Gallop. Wait, whoa. Super Rush recklessly. Okay, destroy a beast monster you control and shuffle the opponent's target back in the deck, but he still wins with Stratos. Ah, man. Okay. Good games there. Seiko put up a great fight, but unfortunately, she had to face Judai, and Judai is very good. And that means, look at this, Judai and Professor Chronos will be facing off in round 2. That sounds super fun. Next up, let's go to Ron Kocho versus Mokeo Motegi. Okay, let's take a look at GX01, the Dreamer. Now, Mokeo has been actually doing things. He's participating in the tournament today. He's been working with Professor Lioside. Lioside can get him a little active. He does, now, just because he's doing things, he's still participating in the tournament, but he is not, he's not really that committed to this tournament. He's kind of having a little bit of fun here. He's, he's not at his full potential, obviously. So he's only a 2-star duelist. He is, of course, though, a Psychic Invoker. Yes, the only Invoker in the tournament. So let's see what his ability is. This is, GX01 the Dreamer. If all monsters you control are Moki Moki monsters, minimum 1, effect monsters cannot attack the turn they are summoned. This card, that effect Can go both ways, though, because he does have a few effect monsters in his deck. Very few, but he does. And he even has one that his name is treated as Moki Moki. So if he summons that, it prevents him from attacking. Very, very, can be pretty bad. But otherwise, shuts down opponents' monsters from attacking the turn they're summoned. Very, very good. But here's the more important effect. Once per duel, if you control 2 or more fairy monsters, you can place one Moki Moki continuous spell from your deck, face up in your spell trap zone, and if you do, destroy one monster you control. And then once per duel, you can discard a card to fusion summon Moki Moki King. So that second effect is incredible, because what that does is it is an immediate Moki Moki Smackdown. For those who are unaware, he doesn't have it. We'll show it off in a bit. But Moki Moki Smackdown procs when you destroy one of your own monsters. This card puts Moki Moki Smackdown on your field, destroys one of your own monsters, and then sets you up to just do insane amounts of damage. GX01 the Dreamer, Mokeo, is not one to mess around with. He's actually quite powerful. But of course, he's not trying that hard. So let's see if he can take this. Ron Kocho is going to summon the Cross Sword Beetle and set 3 cards face down. Mokeo is going to, of course, use his skill and then set what looks like a Shining Angel and 2 face down cards. Oh, that's a Nova Summoner, my bad. Same thing. And here it is, the Moki Moki. Okay. Hourglass of Life coming down, and oh, he's doing the effect. Okay, there it is, 3K on the Moki Moki, but Shrink. This is the anime version that does not Shrink original attack, Shrink's regular attack. Human Wave tactics at the end phase to special summon a Moki Moki from deck in defense mode. It's a weird play, right? It's just gonna die? Why do we do that? I'm not sure. Not sure. It seems like you would not want Moki Moki to... I don't know, I'm confused. Anyway, Happy Lover gonna attack to power itself up. Oh no, the MST in the middle of the battle phase is so bad there. He's got another Moki Moki. Oh, whoa. That's why he did it. That's why he was floating into Moki Moki. He was setting up for Tri-White. Wow. Okay. This is kind of scary if you're Ron here. Spirit Barrier. Hey, we know that. We know that from the lore here. MST on Swords of Revealing Light. That is pretty big for Mokeo here. Okay, Mokeo has the ability to get 2 3K Moki Mokis out right now. Let's do it. Boom. He's not even taking any damage. Oh, Call of the Haunt. Why'd you do that? Revenge Sacrifice. Oh, dude. That's a great play. She didn't do it on the first one because the second one would have been able to destroy her. So, Call of the Haunted into Revenge Sacrifice. That is a great play from Ron Kocho there. Malevolent Nuzzler, Forest. That's still not quite... why do both of those? I'm not quite sure about that. It's not enough to get over a Moki Moki with 3K. So, I don't know. Weird play. Do Malevolent Nuzzler there. Anyway, now he's out of Moki Mokis for now. He still has the 3 effect Moki Mokis, but as long as he doesn't have those, he is just basically floating into every monster in his deck until he runs out of little monsters. So Ron is just slowly getting rid of all of his crap, and he is not out of monsters yet. Oh, I think that was the last one. Yeah, that was the last one. Oh no, maybe not. I don't know. I'm confused, man. Anyway, Pinch Hopper and Insect Princess getting in directly. Ron's deck is a well, we don't really we'll talk a little bit more once we get to see a little bit more of what her deck is. We'll show off the DNA surgery to turn them to insect to get the Insect Princess online. And now, ooh, Raigeki Break to stop the Insect Princess. Okay, that is Mokeo's destruction card. It's quite good. And okay, he is officially out of level 2 normal, so special summon from deck with Human Wave Tactics. And Mokeo is out of stuff to do here. Now, Ron is getting in with all her little guys here. 12, 14, and 14. This could be the end of the duel here. And there it is. Mokeo loses game 1. Okay, Mokeo is starting us off with GX01 Dreamer, of course. Enchanted Fitting Room coming down. Oh, we do it a Moki Moki off the top, as well as a Happy Lover. That's amazing. Moki Moki, Happy Lover are here to stay. Swords of Revealing Light is out, and that is a great start with Swords of Revealing Light especially. Graceful Charity from Ron coming down, turn 1, drawing 3, discarding 2. The Insect Knight and the Pinch Hopper. Basically, it's a royal insect deck. Insect Princess, Empress Mantis, Insect Knight, Cross Sword Beetle, Guard Mantis. And so the little guys like Howling Insect, Pinch Hopper, etc. are like the pawns, and then the Insect Knight and the Guard and all the other things are like the, royal or the different parts of a noble, I don't know, vibe. So that's basically what she's got going on here. Insect Pheromone. This is a super fun card. It is an anime card. It's equipped only to Insect Princess. Once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls. Treat it as an insect monster while it is face up on the field. If the equipped monster destroys the monster by battle, you can make one of your opponent's insect-type monsters attack the equipped monster. So basically, this card is strange. It's really weird how it works, but if you can get it off, it's really, really good. Basically, once you attack and destroy your opponent's monster, first of all, you turn it into an insect monster, which puts it in attack mode. Then you destroy an opponent's monster, and then that monster is forced to attack your monster, which means that you basically just start gaining a bunch of attack points and destroying your opponent's monsters, basically just faster. It's a pretty sweaty card, but it's still low power, you know, low power format, and so Ron is it's not bad, it's not horrible in this tournament, and it is one way to turn them into insects that does not rely on DNA surgery. Of course, Raigeki break on the Insect Princess. He's going to get in with his little boys here. 7, 8, and 3. The little guys, they're doing it. All right, Ron, what are you going to do? Call the Haunted back, bringing back the Insect Princess. Insect Princess getting it on Moki Moki with Human Wave Tactics. Okay. And, that was turned into an Insect-type monster last time. So that's why she was able to gain 500 attack points, because Insect Pheromone, it's not a temporary effect. And okay, he's got the Moki Moki Smackdown, but miniaturize! She's going to shrink it down to the size of... Wait. Oh, dude. That is so bad. Do we see what happened? Do we see why miniaturize didn't work on Moki Moki? Did she end up using it on her own? I think she had to use it on her own Insect Princess. Miniaturize only works on monsters with more than 1,000 original attack points. She had to use it on her own Insect Princess after activating it. Horrible misplay from Ron there that is going to cost her the duel probably. Oh my god. Insect Knight is great here. Get rid of one of the Moki Mokis. I think he only has one left now. Swords of Living Light come down is so good as well. Holy crap, that's amazing. That is amazing. If you can get rid of that swords, you can probably... Oh, nope, you can't. And now you're going to lose your last Moki Moki. This is tough, but he can still get a Tri-White off. Although Human Wave Tactics is going to be clogging up his zones for a little bit longer. What do we have here? Mokeo. The Moki Moki Smackdowns don't stack, by the way. They become 3,000. They don't gain 3,000. So, yeah. Going in another Mystical Shine Ball here. And what do we have? Setting a face down card. Ron playing Malevolent Nuzzlers. And oh, double Malevolent Nuzzler, I guess, in case he gets a Moki Moki out. Happy Lover. I don't see a reason to go into Moki Moki King. I don't know if you ever really summon that. It's kind of bad. Oh, here's the effect Moki Moki. There it is. Okay, so just to see what it is. Becomes Moki Moki while on the field and treated as a normal monster while facing the field or in the graveyard. Oh, okay. So, never mind. It's treated as a normal monster. Is treated as a normal monster and an effect monster? For some reason, I felt like I remembered this causing problems, but maybe I don't know. Either way, discard this card, add one Moki Moki card from your deck to your hand. That's also lets you search Moki Moki Smackdown. So very, very good card there, and it does allow. Oh no, dude! I wasn't even looking. That is so mean. Dude, okay. Happy Lover attacks into Insect Knight. Well, he's got Spirit Barrier on the field. He's not going to lose any life points, and that can proc his Moki Moki Adrift, and then Dust Tornado in the middle of the battle phase on the Spirit Barrier, and so he loses exactly 2,400. He had 24, and that is the game for Ron Kocho. Great game there. Unfortunately, Mokeo getting 2-0'd by Ron, and our last game to round out the first round of the winner's bracket is Rei Satome versus Sho Marufuji. Let's see it happen. Alrighty, we got Rei starting us off. I got the sides wrong there. Rei starting us off with Maiden in Love and a set face down Patroid. Check that face down card. It is Defense Maiden, okay? Maiden in Love is a bad card. They actually have just printed this card. It's a real card now, and it's way better. But at the time these games happened, that card had not been printed, which is very sad, actually. No entry. This is the anime version of no entry. It also requires your opponent to discard a card. Very good. So Maiden in Love requires a lot to get going. Just to kind of so that you guys can kind of follow how the strategy has to work. Basically, if Maiden in Love is attacked, that means you can't attack with it to make this happen. Then you put a Maiden counter on the monster that attacked it. Okay, so that's first. It is to be attacked, and then a Maiden counter activates. Okay, then Cupid's Kiss. So first of all, it requires 2 cards together. That's how already bad. Okay, if the equipped monster you control attacked an opponent's monster with a Maiden counter, and you took battle damage. No, you can't use Spirit Barrier. You have to have actually taken battle damage. So the way that it works is your Maiden in Love in attack mode has to be attacked to get them a Maiden counter. Then you have to attack it again with Maiden in Love, with Cupid's Kiss, take more battle damage, and only then can you take control of the opponent's monster. Very, very bad card, and requires Rey to do some very clever deck building to play around the limitations of this to make this strategy actually work. And it does actually kind of work. Unfortunately, no entry puts it in defense mode, which turns off Maiden in Love completely and just makes it lose. So yeah, that's tough. Okay, Swords of Living Light coming down. Rey is actually a pretty good duelist. The thing is that that card sucks, but she's built around it, and she's got some good strategies that kind of make it go off. So we'll see how this goes. Taking another face down card there. And let's see. Oh, just passing. Solemn Wishes, because Rey needs to be able to keep her life points up in order to allow her Maiden in Love strategies to actually work. So it's important that she has that. Fairy's Gift coming in on the Patroid. And setting it to face down. Looks like a Psychroid face down, man. These decks are terrible. The two reds facing off. Magician of Faith. Oh, bringing Swords of Living Light back. That is really bad for show there. Lucky Iron Axe on the Fairy's Gift. And oh, Magic Cylinder. That is show's best trap card there. And that is really great for show there. Swords of Living Light on Psychroid, of course. We saw that already. So yeah, Fairy's Gift, a 1900 beater somehow in this game is actually really strong. I mean, 1900 beater is not, it's not bad. Why didn't you attack Steamroid? What are we doing? What are we doing? Why didn't you attack Steamroid? Steamroid is way bigger. What? Why didn't we attack Steamroid there? What are we doing? I have no idea. Why are we attacking Psychroid? Okay, Twister on the swords. You have fumbled so hard, Rey. You have fumbled so hard. Why didn't you? Why? There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason. There's something she's playing around or something. I don't know. But not attacking Steamroid there is crazy. Unhappy Girl. Okay, Butterfly Charm. So here's one of the ways. Of course, why would your opponent attack a Maiden in Love? Butterfly Charm. The monster your opponent controls must. This card is really good. Monster your opponent controls must attack if able. Once per turn in the end phase, destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls that did not declare an attack this turn. So, chiefly, that means your opponent cannot have monsters in defense mode at all, unless they're face down, because they will immediately be destroyed at the end phase because they won't have attacked. So, this is a big part of Rey's strategy. This is a key part of the combo here. So now that he knows he has to attack, he's going to just try to do as much damage as humanly possible. Magician's Defense. This is another way that this is a great alternative to Spirit Barrier. As we saw with Cupid's Kiss, Rey needs to have actually taken damage. So Magician's Defense ensures that she takes damage, but only half damage. So very good, like exactly what you need for Maiden in Love and Unhappy Maiden. Well, Unhappy Maiden doesn't require you to take damage, but for Maiden in Love there. So she's going to take a decent amount of damage here, but not too much. And now, because of Unhappy Girl, none of his monsters can attack. And now, oh yeah, this is the reason Butterfly Charm is so good. Unhappy Girl has now prevented all of his monsters from attacking, and Butterfly Charm will destroy them during his next end phase. And Magician's Defense halves the damage that she took. Solemn Wishes means she's starting to heal back the damage. I hit that mic so hard. I am so sorry. That probably caused a big. Solemn Wishes ensures she's going to start healing back the damage that she just took from all of that. So you see how this deck works. Rey's deck is actually quite good, even with some pretty bad cards. Okay, Ambulance Rescue Roid, or Rescue Roid, is going to be a way to make sure that he at least is able to keep something on the field for the next turn, but this thing, of course, is just going to die next turn because of Butterfly Charm. And so now we see Butterfly Charm is really the glue that holds this deck together. It is the key card for her that makes all the rest of these strategies work. And okay, Unhappy Girl getting in directly. And it's very funny how if Rey was just able to use the new version of Unhappy Maiden that came out, of Maiden in Love that came out, she would not have to use any of this stuff. Her deck could be totally different, and she could build around Maiden in Love in a much more strategic way. But yeah, sorry. Okay, Butterfly Charm doesn't work on face down monsters, of course. That is a face down. What's that card's name? It's Ambulance Roid. That's what it is. If she attacked it to put it face up so that it would be subject to Butterfly Charm. Oh man, this is really bad if your show here, honestly. Okay, but now she has other monsters that aren't just Maiden in Love. He can attack without actually losing to Butterfly Charm here, so that's not bad. She does float into Maiden in Love here. Does she have the combo? Wait, that was crazy, right? Because now he can attack Maiden and she must have something here. Waboku. Gotta attack here, of course, don't forget, yeah. Why did she summon Maiden in Love? She must have something. She's planning something. She's doing something here. Oh, you know what? Okay, wow. And the Waboku is great there. They still have to attack because of Waboku. Yeah, and now they still have Maiden counters because they attacked. Oh, dude. Yeah, and now she can get in with Maiden in Love, take his monsters, take only half damage. Dude, it's going crazy. She's going crazy. And then Steamroid hits over the rocket. Oh, dude, this is so much fun to watch. Rey's deck is so fun. Oh my god, I forgot how fun this was to watch. Defense Maiden forcing you to attack Maiden Love. She has full combo here. This is full combo. Of course, it means her zones are completely clogged, but that is okay. That is completely worth it. This is so... Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. Rei Saotome is completely controlling show here. Wow. Wow. And there it is. Rei takes game 1. What a game. Holy crap, what a game. I forgot how fun Rei's deck was. Wow. Okay, show. Starting us off with just a face down card. Oof. Maybe he has a fusion that he doesn't want to use turn 1. That's what I'm going to guess. Let's pray. Setting 4 from Rei here. And Drillroid and Polly. Okay, he did have a fusion. Drillroid getting on the face down. Steam Gyro getting in directly. Apprentice Magician is not floating. Oh, man. Rei, you are in trouble now. Apprentice Magician in attack mode. Oh no. And Butterfly Charm, so they have to attack now. That is really bad because of Drillroid's effect. She had to summon it in attack mode. Magician's defense, half the damage she takes, but this is okay. Show might just take this because now she has to float into defense mode. Drillroid's gonna destroy the monster, and yeah, if she has a way to bring it back from the grave, now she still needs Cupid's Kiss. This is not good for Rei. She needs something here. Oh, she passes. I think she probably has like a Wabaku. One more turn maybe. Wabaku. There it is. She's one more turn to turn this around. Okay, and of course, Show still has to attack with all of his monsters. Very smart there. Butterfly Charm. And she sets 2. Ooh, let's hope that's a Wabaku, or Rei is getting crushed in game 2. Solemn Wishes in Wabaku, because she's going to play Solemn Wishes now. Make sure she doesn't forget. Okay. You're out of Wabakus. Well, no, you might have 3, but I'm guessing you don't have a 3rd one in your hand. So what are we doing here? Apprentice Magician... I don't know about this one, Rei. I don't know. Submarine Roid, just to add insult to injury, man. You should have waited. Yeah, that was kind of a misplay to attack with Submarine Roid first. Should have attacked with it now because Magician's defense half the damage there. But it doesn't matter. That is the game for Show. Show takes game easy game 2. Destroys Rei. And now you can see her strategy relies on so many specific cards that when she doesn't get everything she needs, and also Drillroid is just really oppressive, then, you know, she gets crushed. So to round out round 1, we do have a game 3, which of course, you know, I love a game 3. Dancing Fairy is coming out in attack mode from Rei and setting Patroid and another face down card. Fairy Archer. Okay, she's getting into some of her like actual just like monsters, less of her like, you know, the little guys, Apprentice Magician, Unhappy Maiden, all that stuff, and into, you know, some of her actual like attackers. So that's pretty fun. Fairy Archer is another great addition to her combo. Allows her to start doing burn every turn to kind of add to all the other stuff that we saw in game 1 there. Drillroid and Lucky Iron Axe. Drillroid getting in on the Dancing Fairy. That is great there. Could have attacked the face down, but chose to get over the Dancing Fairy, which is smart because if Lucky Iron Axe gets destroyed, then you have no way to deal with that Drillroid. I mean, that Dancing Fairy. Creature Swap. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Happy Marriage from Rei. This card is very good. Unlike the other two, this card, it works with Maiden in Love and Cupid's Kiss, but it doesn't need them. It can be from any way. The equipped monster gains attack equal to the combined attack of all the monsters that are owned by your opponent that you control. You could just equip it to just the one monster, and it gains attack equal to its own attack point. So it's 21 plus 21. And she creature swapped away the Apprentice Magician, and because she put it in attack mode, it will float because the real world has to destroy it by battle. Show takes a ton of damage. I mean, this is a great play. Oh, Twister. Okay. Twister's going to prevent him from just getting way behind in life points there. She will float into Maiden in Love here. And Butterfly Charm coming out. So you have to attack, Show. Oh, no. I think that he is hoping that he gets another turn. I doubt that he's actually bricked. I think he's trying to save a fusion. Would have flipped Maiden in Love there and done damage because you needed... I don't know. That was weird. That was strange. Why didn't you flip Maiden in Love? Your life points are huge. I'm confused about that. Anyway. Oh, this is the game. No, it's not. Gyroid can... oh my god, it's 100 life points? It's 100... Oh, no, that's just the game. Okay, yeah, no, I can't do math. No, yeah, 22 plus 11. Yeah, it was 12 plus 11. Okay. Good match there. Rei, unfortunately, destroyed Show, and she'll be moving on to face Ron Kocho. Oh, that's going to be... Ooh, if Rei's able to beat her, that'll be big. Anyway, we are done with round 1 of the winner's bracket.